What's going on, everyone? We're going to be talking about the new Jeffree Star podcast that just got released with the Dumb Blonde. Now, we have it here. I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the podcast. Here we go. Very quickly, this video is sponsored the House by Babbel. Speak the language like you always wanted to. I love Babbel. Let me tell you all about it. It is an amazing app on your phone that is like a teacher teaching you different languages. So I speak Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Ricardo. And I just want to say that even though I speak Spanish, I don't know how to say some of the words professionally. There's a lot of slang when it comes to just growing up learning a language. But with Babbel, sometimes I'm like, wait, how do I say this the correct way? You know what I'm saying? And so I really do like having Babbel in my hand so I can actually just learn things the way that it should be learned, as opposed to just like learning it through friends or family, like a professional way. Now, you guys might have seen Babbel's amazing commercials. They have so many on YouTube that are like actually like really funny. I actually sat down and I watched like so many Babbel commercials. And I was like, these are like really good. So I'm happy to be partnering up with them. It's just all about just learning a new language. Even if you have spare time or a few minutes, we're on the bus or waiting in line, you can just pick it up and go and just learn things as you go along. So whenever you want to take that destination dream vacation, then you can know how to speak some of the language if you've been practicing and working on Babbel. And I want to say this, like people always ask me like, what kind of games do you like? And I think of Babbel as somewhat of a game. You get to pick up and stop whenever you want. It's not something you have to commit to for hours and hours and hours a day. You can spend 15 minutes, 30 minutes learning a new language or dabbling into a new language so that when you do talk, it doesn't sound like just babble out of your mouth. You know exactly what you're saying, or at least what you're trying to say. Anytime you're gonna go somewhere new and you know they speak a different language, it's always good to know the bare minimum, the bare basics, just for safety, just so you can move around a lot faster and get what you want to do. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I may not know so many languages like other people, but I know how to say some of the things to get exactly what I want done. For example, where's the library? Where's the hospital? I need a taxi. How much is this? If you really take a step back, there are so many things that you say day to day that you can say in other languages to help you navigate that lifestyle. For example, how do I get here? Where is the park? What time is it? Do you have a charger? And how much does this cost? I mean, I think we've all said those things before. But anyways, I'm gonna put the link down below so you can check out Babbel for yourself if you're interested in learning a brand new language. If you're interested in trying something new on your spare time, then definitely check out Babbel. Okay, so guys, make sure to go to my link in the description, and by doing so, you'll get extra incredible 60% off. 60% off, so use my link. You can find it below in the description. So definitely check out Babbel, link down below, and thank you, Babbel, for sponsoring this video. Let's get on with the drama. It's gonna be a long video, so grab a snack and come on back. I'm gonna have my little weight loss breakfast shakes. I'll link them down below, because that's how long of a video it's gonna be. Okay guys, you ready? Here we go.
Another podcast.
Here's Jeffree Star, here we go.
Today, I have the enigma, the social media enigma, the queen of queens.
Hi.
Jeffree Star, baby.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, this has been
my
a long
God.
time coming.
It really has.
I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Who the fuck would have known that Montana would bring us together?
No. So we're literally in Bozeman, Montana. We're backstage.
In a locker room.
We are. We're in a locker room. The glory holes are behind me. And
Yes.
we are meeting for the first time today.
Yeah.
We've been talking all year.
Yes.
And life finally brought us together, so thank you for having me.
And it's crazy because we did have a mutual friend who just passed away,
Yep.
Daniel.
Yep, rest in
And
peace
he
to our
fucking
love.
loved you so much, dude. He told
It's
me
crazy
just.
that you met him and and hung out with him for so long, and I never met you.
So
That's crazy to me.
I never got to meet Daniel.
Okay, so I have the same relationship, I feel, as Bunny, because Daniel was very positive. I think he was very close to Jeffree, and he passed away, so rest his soul. And he would always leave very positive, encouraging comments. And I just felt like him and Jeffree had a very special relationship. So the fact that they're starting off the podcast talking about Daniel in such a positive way, I think is really great.
What?
We were literally online friends for like 10 years.
Oh my God, I thought you guys partied in Vegas back in the day as well.
Nope. Just
Oh,
we grew up around the
wow.
same circle. He had the same friends I did. Like, we never got to actually meet.
Yeah.
But we literally talked
Wow.
all the time online.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
Oh my
I just loved that. I loved him, dude. He was just
His
such a good
spirit
soul.
was one of a kind,
Yeah.
honestly.
So I just feel like this was like Daniel's doing, possibly, like
Yes.
pushing us together.
That's beautiful.
I have seen so many podcasts of you, and I feel
Did you notice how I was like silent for a long time, and then I just was like, you know what, it's time to talk.
What?
So the thing is, right, Jeffree Star has done a few podcasts every now and then, but based off the tone of this podcast, it seems like it's gonna be his most authentic, right? Because he's already talking about things that he hasn't talked about before. So this is why this podcast is such a big deal, because he's really showing another side that we haven't seen before, and he's opening up just a little bit. So let's see what he has to say.
What brought that on? Like,
I think during 2020 and like during the pandemic, like I had such a crazy trajectory, and then the pandemic and so much online drama like exploded.
Yeah.
So I moved to Wyoming, I went to therapy, I really worked on myself. And I was like, you know what? I want to share that journey, not just all the dramatic, chaotic, shit and just makeup stuff only. I wanted to share how I healed.
I love that.
Let people see like who I am now, So I started doing
growth
podcasts.
is amazing.
But I also feel like he had to get out of LA at some point. I think a lot of people who live there, they take a break and then they come back, or it's like they have a home there and they go check in and check out, things of that nature. So I feel like Jeffree Star's been in LA for such a long time that he probably just got bored. But also, it got a little bit too toxic, and a lot of people have left. If you look at, I think it was like 2, maybe 3 years ago, a lot of people who lived in LA just moved out. My conspiracy was because like a different taxes or tax laws had changed, so it was like it's not worth it being here to be a successful entrepreneur. But we'll see what happens next.
Amazing.
And thank you. And a lot of males fixate on sex every time I'm on their podcast.
Every time.
We all know I'm never gonna fully kiss and tell.
I love that about you, because I'm the same way. I was a hooker in Vegas.
Period.
So
Exactly.
I'm never going to kiss and tell the celebrities that fucking...
What do you get when you put 2 escorts together?
Jeffree and Bunny.
So a lot of people don't know that I used to be the queen of Craigslist in LA.
What?
MySpace era.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then...
So when you say queen of Craigslist, you mean like putting like ads on there
Yeah.
and stuff? Or like
Yeah.
to do...
Yeah, and I recently found some old ads in my old account.
I love
I
that.
am writing an autobiography
Wow.
finally.
That's brave, because Craigslist and
Okay, here it is again. This is another instance where Jeffree Star is teasing out that he's writing a book, that there is an autobiography coming out. And the fact that he's mentioning that, again, it means that it's in the works. Because, sometimes some people don't mention one thing once or twice and then we never hear from it. But this is more than once or twice we heard Jeffree Star talk about he has a book coming out. So I think that it's actually in the work, because we heard about it so much.
Oh, I missed Backpage.
You were literally risking your life to be
Yes.
on those. I did Eros. I was an Eros girl.
Okay.
So I literally would post my ads and then, screen them. And then sometimes I would work for the services in Vegas
That's it,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. But
And networking. We were in big cities, so it's like people think like they think we're like at the street corner with no teeth with our thumb out.
there's levels to this shit.
Levels.
I try to explain that to people all the time,
People
and
don't
nobody
know.
gets it.
And then you start networking and meeting people. So I'm this broke kid. I moved out at 17. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck you to my mother.
Let's rewind that really
Let's
quick.
rewind it. Then we'll get to the head and the bottoming.
So I want to rewind it back, because
Let's rewind
you remind me so much of myself. We have been through a lot of shit. We mask it with
journey.
dirty jokes and
humor.
And humor, very dark humor.
Yep.
And, going through the stuff that you've gone through, I'm pretty sure, half of my following probably does know your story, but I'm sure the other half doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think that really is an epic part of your journey, because it's showing overcoming.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We're survivors.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, for sure. So growing up, you grew up in...
Orange County, California.
Yeah.
So I'm from Huntington Beach, 714. And it was
Yay,
really
I love
boring
HB.
growing up. Like it was just, everyone was like surfing and skating, and I just never really felt like I fit in. I was very punk rock. I was the first person to have like pink hair dye at my school, and I just tried to break.
So like during that time, to go to school with pink hair dye or your eyebrows shaved off was not accepting at all. Going to school like that, people would bully you, they make fun of you. And it's sad to know that it was like that back in the day, because like I'm not in high school now, but like I've asked some of my friends who are like younger than me, and I was like, what was it like in high school? Because for me, it was like this. And they were like, oh, like if you were gay in high school, you were celebrated, you were popular, you had all the friends. So it totally was like a 360 when I went to school being gay was like bullied, where now it's like accepted and cool, if that makes sense. So I think that's a big interesting, because you have to understand, like, people like Jeffree Star and even people before him had to crawl so that people now could walk and be accepted, and by pushing boundaries. Here we go.
All the barriers without really knowing it. I was just like, well, I'm going to be me and I'm going to be myself. And for some reason, I got over the part where you care what other people think.
At an early age?
At an early age. I think because my childhood was so chaotic. My parents were drunk my whole life. And that, so people don't know this. Well, some people do, but I've never tried alcohol.
Right.
And I think people sometimes...
And that's one thing I relate with Jeffree Star, because like my dad passed away of cirrhosis of the liver. My dad drunk a lot. So I never really saw the glamorization of drinking, and I never really got into it. And then it got to like when I was like 25, 27, it's like a lot of my friends were getting like DWIs and stuff. And like, I can't relate because I never started. And I'm a person that like, if I really am into something, I do it to the extreme. So if I really liked it, I know it wouldn't be good for me. But I'm glad I never like got started with it. But I lost my father because he drank so much. So he did pass away of cirrhosis of the liver. But at least like at that point, that's like a topic for another video. But we're gonna move on. Here we go.
I just have a hard time believing that, because you know we always used to post pictures with stuff.
Right.
So there's photos of me with like a whiskey bottle. I'm like, yeah, it's all for show.
Sponsorships
it's
too.
literally all for show. So.
Oh,
you know,
I got one. I got one right here. Look, hold on. I got Let me show you. Let me go get it. You're gonna be shook. Hold on. So I got this yesterday. If I can find it. Where's it at? What's his name? ASAP Rocky, that rapper. He sent it over. I don't know if the guys took it or not. Okay, here it goes. So like, here it is right here. So like ASAP Rocky sent me this. It's like it's a whiskey, and it was like they sent it to me in PR. So ASAP Rocky has that. And so to pose with it, and if you're gonna drink responsibly, but if you're gonna pose with it, doesn't mean I'm drinking it. Does that make sense? So I think that's what he was trying to say, especially back then when you're just like taking a picture holding something. All right, so here we go.
Out of the ashes, but I've never tried alcohol. I never will. My dad died when I was 5, so he drank himself to death. He killed himself, and he was just really miserable. And
did he commit suicide, or did he die from cirrhosis?
It's like a tricky line.
Right.
But suicide.
Right.
Yeah. So he was like on the brink and was like, okay, I'm finally done. So the last time I remember seeing him, his skin was yellow, his eyebrows were falling out. He looked horrific, and he grabbed me by the arm, and I was 5.5, and he was like, please don't ever drink. Like, it's ruined our family. And that was my last memory of my dad.
That was his blessing.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah. So my
mom
mom spiraled and obviously got worse. So she would drink recycled beer cans to get more alcohol, and just had a string of really annoying boyfriends. No one ever like abusive or crazy, but just always fighting. She never fell in love again. She was literally in love with my dad, and it didn't work out because he couldn't stop drinking. That was what ruined the marriage.
When you're 5 years old and your father passes away, how are you like?
Wow.
Do you remember any of it?
I do. I remember my mom telling me like a week or two after I saw him, she took me to the same park and she goes, hey, like she tried to explain to me like my dad died. And
you know what?
Like,
this is interesting. This is a story that we've never heard before from Jeffree Star, especially mentioning his mom and the park and mentioning that, hey, your dad passed away. I'm telling you, this podcast is not like any other that he's done before. Okay, here we go.
I like to say this. I literally like blinked, immediately put all the trauma away, and was like, okay, can we get some more ice cream?
So you knew just growing up in chaos that it was better to just push it down instead of react.
Yes.
It had to.
Which was horrible for me later when all the like emotions and traumas and demons were coming out. And I'm in high school, my whole body's a cutting board.
Yeah.
I'm like fully, and like I see, secret one, not like I want attention.
So like when Jeffree Star mentions this part about the cutting, this was like a big revelation in the Shane Dawson documentary series with Jeffree Star toward the end, when he was showing Shane Dawson like some of the pain and how he coped with it was by doing self-harm to himself, and he showed some of it, I believe, on that podcast. So, and for him to bring it up here, that's really deep. Okay, here we go.
Like, it's...
I feel like back in the day, mental health was not talked about.
No one talked about it.
Like how it is now.
And
back in the day, mental health was not talked about. It was like, you're crazy, it's just a phase. You need to go, if you need to go see a therapist is gonna lock you up or something like that. It wasn't as much as accepted as it is today. And oftentimes we talk about going to the doctor for getting like a checkup or going to the doctor for things of that nature, but we never talked about like mental health. We always talk about physical health, internal medicine, but what about like mental health? And that was really like a big thing that now I think I'm glad people are talking about it now. Now, like, it's hard for me to say it because like it involves so many different factors and relationships and working and even like my aspect. Like I'm nonstop working. Thank you so much. I'm nonstop working and I'm like posting. So I also need to take like some time off for myself and do things for my mental health, like that work-life separation. So the fact that Jeffree's mentioning it here again, this is something that we haven't heard about a lot. And if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm live on TikTok and people are throwing gifts and are trying to get attention. So hello, thank you Mama J, thank you everyone for sending gifts right now. We're recording a YouTube video and we're listening live to the podcast that Jeffree Star did with the Dumb Blonde. Here we go.
In cookie cutter Orange County, no one was talking about feelings.
Right.
It's like, get the fuck over it. You know, everyone's,
Right.
all the husbands.
Yeah, get over it.
Wives, all the, you know,
Yes.
everyone's getting beat, all these crazy things.
I remember my mom
like,
used to tell me that. I used to tell her some stuff. She's like, "Oh, just get over it. You'll get over it. You'll get over it. You'll grow out of it. It's just a phase. You'll grow out of it." I remember that. And by her telling me that, I would just push through. Like I wasn't like crying because I didn't get first place, so I got an award for participation. Like that's not how it was back in the day. It was like you're going through something, push through, be strong, and get over it. And nowadays, it's like these people. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's like these kids get an award for just showing up to school, and I was like, really? Or like, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm not offending anyone, but that's the way I was growing with like that tough love. Like get over it. You're tripping. Push through. Does that make sense? Like I wasn't so much babied or so much like in some ball. No, they were like, no, like get over it. Okay, here we go.
The rug, and it's like the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah, no, it really is. The West Coast is a different beast. People don't understand that unless you've grown up on the West Coast. It's completely different way of thinking and way of living as like, you know, fucking Montana or fucking Wyoming.
So I didn't untrain this behavior until probably like 6 years ago.
When you were cutting, was that your way of just kind of like the pain? And did your mom know?
She didn't know for years, and then I slipped up and got comfortable, and she saw it for the first time.
Was it on your arms? Is that why? Oh.
So he got caught. Jeffree Star's mom caught him self-harming. Whoa.
Everywhere. But I would wear like heavy clothes all the time. It would be 90 degrees, but I was gothic and my style was very punk rock, so no one ever questioned it.
Yeah.
You know, it would be like I had photography class and I would go in the dark room and cut my legs and then come back out and no one ever knew. Like crazy stuff like that.
You're just hurting so bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feel a little bit because I felt so numb and like dead inside, but I never wanted to kill myself.
Right.
I never had thoughts.
Well, because your dad passed away that way, so possibly that was like...
So I never had the thoughts of like, I want to end my life, but I was doing it to just feel something.
Right, I understand that.
And then it became like an addiction.
Well, you get addicted to the pain because it's the only time that you actually...
It was really fucked up.
And you know what? Like I can't even talk about that because I never dealt with that, with like self-harming and stuff like that. Well, maybe if I eat like a whole bunch of unhealthy food, in that aspect, yeah, but never like in the sense that what he's talking about. And you know, when he says like I got addicted to it, then that's like a totally different. Whoa. Okay, here we go. I'm shocked.
Wow.
It was like
that's deep.
Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you.
Don't start joking.
No, yeah, it was really like, it was that serious.
That's so much trauma to go through at such a young age. When did you start cutting?
I would say like 9th grade, and then I stopped when I graduated high school, and I broke away. But my mom did catch me, so we're in this little apartment, and she always made me do chores. Single mother, only child, and I'm a Scorpio. It's a lot there.
I think you might have a lot of Capricorn placements. Cap and Sag. I want to do your birth chart. Have you done your birth chart? What is it?
It's stunning. I'll show you later.
Okay. He's like, I'm not showing anybody online.
God, it's stunning. So she caught me when I was doing the dishes. She always made me do chores and clean the bathroom and have manners and la la la. And I was a straight A student.
Aww.
She said, you can look however you want, do whatever you want, dye your hair pink, red, black, do extensions. I shaved off my eyebrows in 10th grade.
Right.
No one was doing that.
At all?
It was like horror and shock.
Right.
And
you're like a pioneer.
Well, like you have to like. Also, I remember during that time too. It was a lot of like the more shocking you could do stuff, the more attention you would get, especially online. But just like in general too, like just to be different and to just walk around in public with shaved eyebrows and pink hair. It was people would just be like in disbelief and they never accepted it. until now, even then, it's still not accepted. But people would think that like you were weird or like different, where some places now you're almost like celebrated. It's like a shock factor. You know, who said it? It was like when in doubt, freak them out. Here we go.
Crazy. And she caught me one day when I was doing the dishes, and I wasn't wearing long sleeves, and she came home from work early. And when you've been doing it for so long, so she caught me and she saw the side of the arm. I'll never forget it.
What did she say?
I mean, you know, most parents don't fully know how to articulate it because they immediately go to, he wants to die. And it's like, you know. And she is a fucking train wreck. So, you are, bitch. You're
so
fucking
was my
cuckoo.
mom, trust me, I get it.
Yeah. So, it was rough. And we never gelled. So, I'm 17 and a half. I graduate high school early. I'm out.
Dude, I graduated high school early too. I remember going to my counselor's office and I was like, I don't like school. I think it's boring. I know that there's so much money to be made out there in the world. Can I get out of here faster? And then she was like, are you sure? She's like, you're gonna miss all your friends. And I was like, no, not really, because these people that we go to high school with, after you graduate, you just stop talking to a bunch of them. So they're not really even friends, they're just like acquaintances. So they put me on this schedule where I would go to school during the daytime, and I would go to school at nighttime at another school, and it was called night school. And then I graduated a whole entire year early because that's how bored I was with school. And I wasn't the smartest kid. I was horrible at math, but I knew that this was all BS. I felt like the school system is just, it's so bad. It just wasn't working. And I felt like I just need to accelerate this and get out of here because I'm bored. And when I did that, then the world opened up and I was like, okay, finally I'm done with this. I don't care about prom. I don't care about this stupid stuff. I did it for like, what, 2 years, 3 years? Like, I get it. I get the vibe. Okay, been there, done that. Okay, let's go. Let's keep it moving. Because I don't want to waste another year of my life with all these fake people here in school. Let's keep it going.
I'm going to LA. And by then, I had been going to a lot of shows. I was 17.
Actually, really, what it really was is I wanted just to get out of school so I could work, because I wanted to work and make some real money and not like these little like part-time gigs or these like just boring jobs I didn't like just to get out there and start making some real mother effing money.
Going to the Key Club, the whiskey on Sunset.
I had a fake ID too. Mm-hmm. I was at the Rio and Keys and all that shit.
And I would wear so much makeup. No one really knew how old they couldn't tell if I was 16 or 30, you know? And
let's dial it back real quick before you left home, because wasn't one of your first sexual experiences at 12?
Yeah.
What? His first experience was at 12 years old? What? Bro, let me tell you, I was a late bloomer. The house. Okay, here we go.
I mean, how do you even know to have sex at 12?
Oh my God. I don't know. It just naturally happened. And I think boys are really curious, but men don't like to talk about this stuff.
Right.
So when you're in like 9th, 10th, well, this is 8th grade for me.
Right.
So let's dial it back to 8th grade.
Right.
Me and this guy Jeff in the football team and a foreign exchange
Not
student.
another Jeff.
Yeah. So the first guy I ever blew had the same name as me.
Well.
Life. So
you were already feeling that you were into boys.
Yeah. So 8th grade was the first experience. 5th grade was when I was like, oh, like, okay, girls are attractive, but I'm more attracted to men.
Gotcha.
And yes, I've slept with both. I love
Okay, whoa. What's up? Guys, put in the chat. What do you think, chat? What do you think about that? If you made this far in the video, drop a pumpkin emoji in the chat or a heart emoji. In high school, I had a girlfriend for 4 years. The whole entire time I was in high school, I had a girlfriend for 4 years. And I think I checked up on, you know how you can like make fake accounts and sneak around? I think I like snooped around. I found out she's like has a kid or something. I'm just like, anyways, dated her for 4 years in high school. The last year I asked her to marry me. She told me no. I mean, we're in like, come on, it was the last year of high school. I had it all planned out too. And she told me no, and I was absolutely devastated. All right, fine. First year of college, I met this guy. We hit it off. We had a great time, and I never looked back ever since then. That was crazy. Okay, here we go.
Everyone, but I prefer men.
Yeah.
But I love everyone.
I loved boys in makeup. Boy George was my first crush.
Hate it. Love Boy George, but I am not attracted to men in makeup.
Really?
I don't like femininity.
Wow.
I like a fucking
masculine.
man.
I love that.
So if someone looked like me, it's the biggest turn off.
Right. Well, yeah. I wouldn't either, so I get it.
What?
White femininity. femininity, but I love a bad bitch. Like, you're fucking hot.
I love you.
But I don't want like a guy in makeup.
Right. No, I totally, but you know what? My dad was a musician, and he had long black hair, and he played in a band, and he had, you know, so I've always been attracted to the emo boys, you know, the Chris Motionless and the...
Yep. He was just in Wyoming.
Shit like that, so... I know.
I can't. We're talking about that later.
we can't, but we'll have to bleep his name out.
No eyeliner, like nice body, tattoos,
absolutely.
Whatever.
Like sports guys, right? Or no?
Nowadays.
Or
but
just
in
like
the Warped
boys.
Tour days, it was like country boys and like scene boys, the MySpace scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
give me flashbacks.
Dialing
I'm
back.
in heat. We're in 8th grade. I'm ready to swallow.
5th division.
Yeah.
Okay. 5th grade, you were already
5th grade.
attracted to boys, and then 8th grade,
and
you were,
I already
you and Jeff.
looked different. Where in 5th grade was the first time I was called a gaylord and a faggot.
Aww.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Kids are so
It
fucking
was this
mean.
era of 90s where like the guys wanted to be like gangster and wear baggy flannel and these huge Tommy Hilfiger.
That's all I dated was gangsters.
And I was more like little button up, Boy Scout, like tight cut military.
So like in my school, and you can leave it down in the comments down below. In my school, it was all about having like Dickies, heavily starched. And because we had dress code in our school, so we had to wear like Dickies, or they call them khakis, with either like a green polo or a white polo or like a light blue polo. I remember that we had to have a belt, and we always had polo boots. That was like the big deal, and it's so crazy. Like, every school had like a little dress code. Okay, here we go.
Haircut, because my grandparents raised me while my mom was getting sober.
Right.
So she got sober when I was in high school, finally.
Oh, good.
Thank God. And she's been sober since.
Yay, Mom.
Congratulations to her, 23 years. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
But yeah, it was...
So, 12 years old, you and Jeff hook up, and it turned into a threesome, right?
Yeah, so my first like real experience with a guy was with 2 guys.
Okay, gotcha.
What?
And while I've been writing my book, I've been told by the guy that's writing with me.
Which, by the way, I love Neil Strauss.
He's a genius.
Don't fuck around. Like, love him.
So he definitely let me analyze myself very deeply with this. And he's like, everything you do without you knowing it.
Neil Strauss?
Extreme. And I was like, huh. And that hit me hard in a good way.
Wait.
Like,
I gotta hear that part again. Hold on.
Everything with me.
Which, by the way, I love Neil Strauss.
Everything that you do,
Don't fuck
watch,
around.
listen.
Like, love him.
He definitely let me analyze myself very deeply with this. And he's like, everything you do without you knowing it is extreme.
Everything that you do without you knowing it is extreme. So this is coming from somebody who's helping Jeffree Star write his autobiography about his life. And in the pages of writing Jeffree Star's book, he's basically saying, Jeffree Star, you're doing all these things, but without you even knowing it, you're doing it to the extreme. And so that I already can tell based on that little part right there, that's almost like therapy and unlocking a new level of Jeffree Star. Like, oh really? Oh, I am. Okay. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do something, do it to the extreme, but also maybe play with, do something, but don't do it to the extreme. Why? Just to do it. Because you only live once. Do it all. That's what I'm saying. Like, the way I view life is like a pie. I just don't want a piece of a pie. I don't want it to, everyone wants to take a bite of the pie. I don't want to take a bite of it. I want to get it. I want to smash it in my face. I want to go crazy with it. I can say, because I had the pie. I had the pie from the front, from the back, upside down, burnt. Thank you, Jess. I had it raw. I had it cooked. I had it expired. But I've had the pie. Okay, I had several pies. All right, here we go.
And I was like, huh. And that hit me hard in a good way.
Yeah.
But it's just like everything I do, like, oh, I bought some land. Now it's the biggest yak ranch in America. And I'm in 7 restaurants. I can't just like let things be.
Right. Well, you came from nothing. And I'm a money hoarder. Literally, I have so much shit around. Like, it's crazy.
Did you guys hear that? You guys hear that? He said, I just can't let things be. Everything I have to do it to the extreme without him knowing. All right, here we go.
Come from nothing.
Yes.
You want everything.
And
You hear that? When you come from nothing, you want everything. When you come from nothing, you want to prove to all those people who said you couldn't, or doubt, or even the ones who didn't say you couldn't, the ones who just, they're plotting your downfall, saying that you'll never do this or that. You almost want to like, all right, I'm gonna show you. Here we go.
It's turned dirt into diamonds.
Literally, and you're never happy. Like it's once you reach one goal, it's the next goal. It's the next goal. It's the next goal.
Okay, good. You understand.
Yeah, no, totally. I have a lot of Capricorn in me though too, so I'm like, I never give up. I'm literally just always going. So moving on, after your first threesome, take me on that journey. You're 17. You are leaving.
The first threesome, and I really do like how Bunniexo from the Dumb Blonde, she's not like pandering to him. She's not like, yes, Jeffree, yes, like just kind of like overly doing it. As she's actually asking questions as opposed to letting him take over the show. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'll watch people interview and they're so fixated on like I'm so starstruck that they don't ask questions. All right, here we go.
Home, you're going.
I literally got a U-Haul and I always had older friends, of course. I hated immature little kids. So someone.
Same. I was the same way.
That's it.
Yeah.
So they rented me a U-Haul. We pulled up. I said, "Bye, Mom. Like I'm out." And
she just let you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what was she gonna do? You
right.
know? But it was good. It was really good. But I had to grow up quick.
Right.
So.
Especially on the streets of Hollywood.
Yes. So my birthday's in November. So then I turn. School's over in June, July. So I'm doing like little freelance makeup jobs, barely making it by, and I'm sleeping on someone's couch.
You guys see, people don't remember Jeffree Star was a celebrity makeup artist for celebrities in Hollywood. It wasn't that long ago, if you really think about it. And that's how, in my vision, that's how he got started in all this, was he literally picked up a brush and started painting people's faces, celebrities in Hollywood. See, people in the chat, they know what I'm talking about. So when people say, oh, Jeffree Star can't do makeup, bitch, where? He did makeup. It's almost like asking Britney Spears to put out another song. It's like, hasn't she given us enough songs already? But this is interesting because we've never heard such a podcast in such detail of his life up until now. Like, this is literally going from a kid losing his father, middle school, high school, first hookups. Now he's graduated high school, moving out, doing makeup jobs. Here we go.
She works at MAC Makeup.
Let me go back a little
bit. So someone.
Go on. So moving on, after your first threesome, take me on that journey. You're 17. You are leaving home. You're going.
I literally got a U-Haul and I always had older friends, of course. I hated immature little kids. So someone.
Same. I was the same way.
That's it.
Yeah.
So they rented me a U-Haul. We pulled up. I said, "Bye, Mom. Like I'm out." And
she just let you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what was she gonna do? You
right.
know? But it was good. It was really good. But I had to grow up quick.
Right.
So.
Especially on the streets of Hollywood.
Yes. So my birthday's in November. So then I turn. School's over in June, July. So I'm doing like little freelance makeup jobs, barely making it by, and I'm sleeping on someone's couch. She works at MAC Makeup. She's like, "You're 18 now. Like, you need to work at MAC. Your makeup's so fierce. Like, hello." Yeah. And she was way older than me, so she got me in. And obviously, I sold myself. Yeah. My first job. So my first job ever was at MAC Cosmetics.
Aww.
And now I'm their competitor.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, bro. At that time, MAC Makeup was really hot. At that time, MAC Makeup was the makeup. Like back in the day, they were actually, it had pigment. It had pigment. You know, stuff like this, it didn't have pigment in it. It was very light. And so at that time, MAC had everything. And the brushes were great. And even till this day, you have stuff like MAC Fix Plus and foundation powder that are still staples in people's collections till this day. All right, here we go. So he got a job at MAC. Oh, can you imagine working? Can you imagine you have a time machine and you're working at MAC with Jeffree at that time?
Literally. You went in there, took all their tips and tricks.
I'm a MAC alumni. I have Ruby Woo lipstick tattooed on my arm. I'm a MAC alumni forever. Like, and I still wear their powder. I love it.
But you see how loyal he was, even though he's been like he left, had his own brand, selling out, probably making more money than MAC now. He still had that sense of loyalty to things.
I could totally picture you being at MAC too.
Yeah, highest seller.
I bet.
But then it already started, everyone already, the jealousy, the craziness. And then I learned the industry was really catty. It wasn't about the artistry.
Nope.
It was all very competitive, and LA was like very cutthroat. And back then there wasn't a million makeup artists like there is now.
Right.
There was no tech.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it's oversaturated today. Everyone can pick up a brush and do a little something, a little 1-2. All right, here we go.
Technology, no phone, no one could even process that.
Right.
We barely just started having phones, right?
Right.
So there's
I have beepers and shit.
Yeah, I have
looking at
Nokia.
when I look down, I'm looking at my list of notes that I have.
That's okay.
So.
And what were we just saying?
You were talking about MAC.
Come on, hybrid and
He's
indica.
like squirrel. You were talking about MAC.
Baby.
And everybody was being a fucking hater.
We were freelancing. We were going to different locations, and I was always had the top sales. It was really fun. As you meet people.
So he's talking about working at MAC, right? And so I wonder if this is the MAC at what's that? Was it there's this mall and that's like in the Beverly Center Mall. I wonder if that's the one he was at, or if he's talking about a MAC in Orange County or a different MAC. Not that it matters, But it's like those little bitty crevices and cracks. It's like, well, which Mac did Jeffree Star work at? Because that's one of those things that people go to that store and take a picture. This is the store Jeffree Star used to work at.
People in the store, as customers, you start networking. So from day one.
And if you ever go to any like a counter, beauty counter, you can network. You can book that person to do your makeup there, or on like a side gig. And so that's what he means by networking. So if he's working at MAC Cosmetics at that time, it was the hottest makeup. I would say like he started working at MAC before it was like a big deal, right? Again, coming in on something before it blows up. So if he's working at MAC at Cosmetics at that time, then of course, he's gonna run into whether it be stylists, managers, PR agencies, celebrities who are like, hey, I have a gig, I have a red carpet, I have a photo shoot, I really like your style, can you come and work? So I can see how he went from working at MAC to instantly being celebrity makeup artist. If you're in Hollywood working at MAC, it's just kind of like it's gonna happen. Here we go.
Online journey. And by the way, I was already online at this point.
Right.
I was already on these websites that people don't even know exist, like hotornot.com.
Dude, I loved Hot or Not.
LiveJournal and all these things that people don't even know existed.
No,
and
that was our childhood.
Yes.
Literally.
I remember C-Pixel. That's when I got online. It was a website called C-Pixel, and you would post pictures. A picture of yourself, and depending on if people liked it, it would go to the top of the page. And I remember seeing Jeffree on C-Pixel, but I mean, put it in the chat. What's the first website you ever joined? Social media website.
Really?
So I would meet people.
IsAnyoneUp.com.
Is anyone up? Oh, Jesus.
All those.
Oh my God, yes. And all of a sudden, I'm getting clients outside of the store.
Right.
And I'm doing makeup for music videos, lo-fi, Z-list movies that no one's ever heard of. And then I meet this girl, and I start working for Hustler. I start doing makeup for porn.
Wow.
At 19. So I just started networking and just making as much money as I could.
Yep.
But for the lifestyle I knew I was meant for, it wasn't enough.
Right.
So that's when someone introduced me. Of course, I did some girls' makeup. She was about to go turn a trick, didn't know it. And she's like, oh, baby, the guys would love you.
Yeah.
I'll never forget her saying that line. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, this and this. And I was like, I can't. Like, I didn't even fully understand. A lot of men have fantasies, la la la. So I'm ignorant. Bitch, she sold me out in a good way.
She turned you out.
Yeah. She got her 10%.
Oh
my God.
Good for her.
I started the journey of hustling and doing sex work, which I haven't really talked about much.
I think it's important
but
for
it
people
is.
to know that
I'm never ashamed.
Ever. I feel like people think that we should be ashamed for what we had to do to survive,
Nope.
and I'm never gonna fucking apologize.
Yeah. Even though I'm at this stage of my life, I sometimes still wish I could do it.
It was so it was a different time where like if you wanted to wake up and make X amount of dollars, you could. It just depended on what
5
you had
guys
to do.
in one day, let's
that
go.
Or even a sugar daddy. Have a sugar daddy who just fucking gave
I had a few of those. I even had ones online that I never met.
Yeah.
So people were like, okay, you're on MySpace. How did you... People would send me high-powered cameras I didn't know that existed. And I would teach myself everything. So I was one of the first people to do a vlog.
Wow.
Me and Paris Hilton were the first ones to ever make money off of being a social media star.
Absolutely.
So I coined an internet celebrity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw you was MySpace. It was you, Forbid.
Oh my God, rest in peace.
I know. How sad.
And Tila Tequila.
Tila Tequila, where the fuck is she?
Rest in peace, Tila Tequila too, because girl.
The last one standing, bitch.
And Normal.
Thank you, Sabrina.
That's it. Oh my God.
You haven't lost your mind.
This tequila's crazy.
I know. What
Forbidden
happened?
could never escape not being a star anymore, and God bless her addiction, alcohol.
Yeah.
That's literally like in Orange County's culture. I hate it.
No, it's so sad because she was such a beautiful woman. But
I know.
Tila, I don't know what the fuck happened. I think she had an aneurysm and just never got right after that, right?
I have no idea. The stuff
they
that
say it's the Illuminati, but I'm not sure.
No, we're not claiming her.
Yeah.
We don't know who that is. She wanted to be a part of the club.
Right.
No, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think she made enough money, right?
No.
Don't you have to have...
Which is so crazy they're even talking about Tila Tequila because, I mean, at that time, and on the MySpace days, when you logged on, it was Jeffree Star and Tila Tequila. And I remember there was like a magazine and it had Tila Tequila on the front of it. She had like these swords and it said 1 million people can't be wrong about Tila Tequila. And it was just like, because she had 1 million followers or something. And then she did like a music video that was whatever. And then she had that show on MTV. A Shot at Love with Tita Kid. And after that, it was just went, I didn't really hear from her after that. It was, you know, and like to see her like blow up so fast and then just not stay relevant at all is interesting. And then Jeffree Star did not have those opportunities and surpassed her 10 times over.
Like a certain amount of money to get into the Illuminati.
I'm not sure.
I played the fifth. Everybody thinks my husband and I are in the Illuminati, and I'm like, I'm glad you guys think we have that much money. Like, it's not what it is.
Yeah, it's interesting. Life's very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So
I moved to Wyoming and I escaped a lot of things.
Right. So let's dial back though. You had started doing sex work.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did you do sex work for? Or did you use that as like a means to an end while you were doing social media? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then like the Warped Tour days really took off and I started
your
doing
music. Yes, I loved Beauty Killer.
So people forget, thank you, oh my God, that I was obviously a working makeup artist.
Yeah.
And then MySpace and social media really exploded for me.
Yeah.
And I started to all of a sudden have like merchandise and I'm number one in Hot Topics. So I stopped obviously doing makeup on others.
Right.
People would hire me back in the day like, oh, will you do my wedding? Or like, come to my daughter's birthday party. Like those days were very fun.
Right.
But then I started doing music.
Yeah.
And I did music as a joke. I rapped on this Hollywood Undead song a very long time ago.
We love Hollywood. My husband just did a feature with them.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're still around.
Yeah,
and still kicking ass.
That's it.
Like, love them.
And the first album, I was supposed to be on it, and then there was drama, and they took me off. But the song was already online for free, called "Turn Off the Lights,"
right?
And it was massive. I even re-recorded it. Interscope Records and whoever at the time took me off, but the song was already massive online.
Wow.
And it was just very interesting.
Isn't it crazy how record labels work? Like they're shady. Yeah,
they're
shady
evil.
as fuck.
Not all, but most.
Not all, but pretty much.
You know what? And this is something that I've told people behind the scenes. I never spoke about it publicly, but I feel like it all comes down to timing with things. And when you see Jeffree Star and his crack at the music industry, he came at it when it was way before his time. And then now you have people like Kim Petras who are openly trans, dropping music videos, doing performances, have Paris Hilton in their music videos, stuff like that, right? And so if Kim Petras came out back then, no one would be bothered, no one would really care. But it's all about the timing of things, right? So I've always said like a good opportunity for Jeffree Star was just to drop a music video, just a single, because even Beyonce said people don't buy albums anymore. People buy singles, and that's just the truth of it. So all he needs is a single, like once every quarter, drop a song, and people would eat that up. And even though, and I feel like, because like you guys, I'm on my 7th music video, right? And you guys know, like, I don't take it seriously. I do it for fun, but it's another revenue stream. And so I think that Jeffree Star should maybe think about just dropping another song or a music video just to do it, like just to fill that void of people who want it. Because people will buy it and they'll talk about it and it'll be like a thing and they'll make TikToks to it and just background music for TikToks, and it's just like it's part of the world of Jeffree Star, like to have everything. Because if you think about it, you have makeup, merchandise, videos, TikToks. Why not just, he already has music, just fill it, I don't know. But then again, maybe he doesn't owe us that, you know, maybe it's like he already gave us that. If you want the music, it's there, why do it again? But that's just my opinion. Here we go.
Most of them
Yes.
are. They're just so shady. I feel like Hollywood Undead always had some sort of drama going on. They were always,
You guys, if you want Jeffree Star to drop a song or music video, drop a heart in the comments. Okay, just leave a heart emoji. That maybe he'll see it. Here we go.
fighting each other.
I know. It was awful.
Sorry guys, I don't mean to talk shit, but I'm just saying.
No, it was just
back
crazy.
in the day. Like they were beefing with each other.
Worked it out.
Yeah, for sure. But let's talk about your music career. I mean, you had like Nicki Minaj as a feature, and like,
cool?
Dude, so cool.
Again, this is another instance. Like, you know what I'm getting from this podcast is that every time something freaking blows the F up to the point where, you know, like, it's like a Facebook, like, as soon as your mom gets on Facebook, it's not cool anymore to get on it. You know, as soon as you're, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Jeffree Star, like, he's at the, like, before it blows up, he comes into it. And then when it blows up, like, onto the next thing. Like, he has his eye for finding what the next big thing is. And that is something that you get for being an entrepreneur. Right? Like, not many people have that eye. It's almost like being like a talent scout, and you're like, this is the next big thing. I should be doing, like, it's kind of like that.
I work with a lot of really cool people.
Yeah.
I did music, I always say like as a joke, but I actually really enjoyed it. When I did the first rap verse, I freestyled it, wrote it down in 10 minutes. It was very, very crass. And I was like,
you just started freestyling right now before the camera started rolling.
I even put Forbidden in my first verse.
Oh.
The first, ever. It was, that's so funny. The little last line is, I watched me eat Forbidden's that pussy.
Aww.
That's so fucked, but so good. And she loved it, by the way.
I bet. But it's just like...
and it was crazy, it was vicious, and I was like,
timeless.
I want to be like the obscene, like, white little Kim.
Right.
And that was my shtick, and I penned some wild-ass shit.
It was actually really good. I loved, what is the song? Plastic Slumber Party?
Plastic Surgery Slumber Party.
That was one of my favorite songs.
And that was very like lo-fi, fun, electro, MySpace music.
Like Depeche Mode
you had to be there.
Like techno.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool. Yeah, you had to have been there. It's the best way to describe it.
And for some reason, because of MySpace, and I was already popular for being me and my character.
Right.
It just got big.
Why don't you pursue music anymore, though? Because you're so good at it. And
we just talked about this.
I've been asked this for...
Look, even she's bringing it up. It's like you have all these signs telling you to do it, you know? Here we go.
Every time I do an interview.
Really?
And we have definitely been dabbling.
Every time he does an interview, people bring it up. He just admitted that. And then here we go.
For fun.
Dude, my husband will help you.
It's really...
Not that you need it, but...
Listen, you never know. There may be a little comeback.
Yeah, do it. Please. I think TikTok needs a Jeffree Star track.
I even have a new song on my phone.
Can we get a little snippet?
Later on the bus.
Ah!
So I'm like, can we get an exclusive?
For fun.
But you're so good at it. Like,
yeah, just do it for fun. Like,
and it's also a creative outlet for you.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And now that I'm living this Wyoming life and I'm older and my voice is less faggoty, I can say that. Number one faggot right here. My voice is deeper.
Right.
And I really like my voice. And someone came over the other day and we did, I'm not even kidding, you're going to die. Beauty Killer acoustic.
What? No.
Yeah. And they're like, would you ever perform this before?
Every fucking scene kid that grew up with us needs that, dude. You have no idea.
So when I opened up my retail store, we're jumping 30 years ahead.
Yeah.
We're just all
over
for my
the place.
opening, I had Yellow Wolf perform.
Yeah, we love Yellow.
We broke the record of biggest event ever in Casper for downtown. It beat even the Eclipse from 2018.
Yay.
And we've never been on the moon. But anyway, that's for the next 10 minutes. It was epic.
I love that.
So I was like, you know what? Everyone's like, you should go perform a song. And I was like, oh, hell no. But then it actually kind of inspired me.
Good. I'm proud of you.
So you never know what could happen.
You need to do that. Do stuff that sets your soul on fire.
Yes.
You know, I feel like you've done so much shit now for not just you, but for everyone.
Bro, I saw Paris Hilton rent out a theater and perform her old album like 2 months ago, and she loved it too. So Jeffree Star can do that too. Man, hold on. You already know.
Everybody else, and to maybe prove points, because from all the trauma that we have come from,
yes,
we're always proving a point.
We are.
And I feel like...
Thank God she knows that.
I feel like music for you is therapeutic.
It is, actually.
And I also feel like it's something that you enjoy.
It is.
As much as like your yaks
because the makeup brand took off so big,
yeah.
I was like... And I really became engrossed.
Yeah.
I went from living in a one-bedroom apartment with $1,000 to like, I want to be a CEO of my own company. And I had to literally teach myself everything.
Yeah. But I mean, you did it, and look what happened. So you're in... So when we left off on your story...
I just started music,
You had just started music. When... You decided to stop music, and then when did you start getting into makeup?
Oh, that's a good
Was that
question.
like coincided with each other?
It was also, the music was literally like a 10-year journey.
Right.
And I was always independent until the end.
You were touring and everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're hopping on the tour bus tonight with us.
It was wild. We had tour buses, I was performing, and there was no like real label behind me. I had an independent deal through Warner, which means I had no support. And
it's like a distribution deal.
Yeah, it was literally a distribution deal. Yep. That was it. And it was sick, and we had a cute little #1 dance album and blah blah blah. But I never got the success that I wanted.
Right.
I wanted to be like #1, and then there's other people in the industry coming up at the same time, and they chose evil deals, cash.
Yeah, they chose to put their money with them, and then look what happened. Look what happened to them.
Lady Gaga, and they even stole from my
aesthetic.
Oh, baby. And I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming their stylists and their team. They would go out and they would steal.
Gaga, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you look at the whole pink, Jeffree Star doing the whole pink thing, you see a lot of, like, artists doing that now.
Girl.
Yeah, like
or
that's
back then too, like the back
It
then.
was crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
I would go and I saw their first show once.
And people weren't doing cease and
She's
desist
throwing
back
up
then, right?
pink on the screen right before she goes on stage.
Like your cereal shot, right?
Girl, the cover of Plastic Surgeon's Slumber Party, I'm puking pink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have your
I
finger
go
in
to
your
this
mouth.
woman's show. She's throwing up pink on the Jumbotron for her first big tour.
And there's nothing you can do.
Devastated, crying. 15 years later, I'm reviewing her concealer. We're cool.
Oh, I love that. She
Lady
seems
Gaga,
like
I
she
love
would
you.
be-
But
yeah.
it was her team, and later down the road, when I became signed to similar folk, they all had stories, and it was really dark, and it's none of it was her fault. When you're that big, you have such a team behind you, and you're just going
And
flow.
no say so. Like literally.
knows?
Yeah,
No
right.
idea.
We never know.
But a lot of them chose horrible deals.
Mm-hmm.
People call it selling their soul. I've always kept my soul,
Yeah.
and I've been offered a lot.
I'm looking you in your eyes. You seem to have a
I'm
soul
still here.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. It all cracks.
Yeah. He turns into a reptilian right now.
God. They wanted me to go full reptile. I didn't want to.
Really? How does that even work? How does somebody come to you and say, hey, I want you to be a reptilian?
They see the potential that you can do.
I want to go
shift
full
the
reptile. Let's
Right.
go.
culture, and I chose to shift it myself.
So people actually will come to you and say, hey, I want you to be a reptilian. What does that entail?
It's more like, will you? It's basically like selling your soul. It's such a tricky,
you have to like
thing
sign,
to
like
say.
Ursula and the Little Mermaid, like sign on the dotted line, and
You have to
pretty
give
much-
more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a firstborn, or like your left nut or something.
Listen, if you want that tour bus to not have the brakes go out tonight,
Okay, yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
no.
No one can hear us. No one knows we're talking about this.
No,
But
we're good.
it's a tricky slope because the industry is really dark,
Right.
and there's a lot of people that
I feel
will
like
do.
there's such a dark side and there's such also a light side. It just
There
depends
is.
on which.
There is. But
lane you wanna
thankfully,
go.
because of social media and people having the guts, a lot of things are now infiltrated.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein, Harvey Epstein, all these things are coming out.
Right.
And it's like, thank God.
Yeah.
So Hollywood is so scared.
Yeah. Oh, I bet
There's
shook.
no new artists. They're all pushing this stupid satanic demon shit. It's all so
like
dumb.
fucking what's her name, Doja
Doja
Cat right
Cat.
now. It's getting weird.
It's just getting boring.
It's getting uncomfortable
It's
to the point
trite,
of.
is what it is.
Yeah, it's just getting uncomfortable to the point of just like, what are you trying to prove? We get it. You know, like you're.
It's to make them feed into it like they really are. I know. It's so boring.
Yeah.
I listened to the new song for the first time on the plane right here, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is it, huh?
Yeah. You're like, that's it.
Second
That's all you
verse is
got?
That song was boring, though.
Zane, and I'm just like, my IQ is dropping right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not great.
She's losing her
First
razzle
album,
dazzle.
I even like Pink the Town Red. I think it's cute. It has a great beat. Obviously, these producers know what they're doing. They create a beat that you're going to be hooked on, and you can sing it in your head.
A loop,
it's like all
yeah.
a game. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
So I never played the game with these top producers. I saw how dark the industry was, and it was like,
Mm-hmm.
could go here or this way. So I
Right.
fired everyone.
Well, yeah, and we can think about it like when he says how dark the industry is, like that's saying it in a nice way,
Said
okay?
goodbye to Akon. I said goodbye to Convict Music.
Which
Because Jeffree Star was signed to Akon, the whole convict music thing. If you guys don't know, then now you know.
you were signed to Akon
Yeah.
whenever you were doing your
So
music
my last
career.
few songs, it has the iconic clink convict. Do you know how cool that was? That
Yeah.
very first time I got to put a track out with his fucking intro, it
Yeah.
was like, I made it. It was insane.
Yeah.
Prom night, the
Aw,
crazy single,
Yeah, yep.
where our little kids shooting up everyone at the end.
Yep.
Such a forward thinker.
You really are,
that's so
though.
fucked.
You have always been. No, for sure. You have always been ahead of your time. though.
Listen, baby, Columbine had just happened. I'm like, we're gonna tap into this because I also was getting
But
death
it's
threats
real
every day.
shit.
It was different times.
Right.
I would walk out the streets looking like this faggot. I was called the craziest names. Nowadays, people don't talk like that.
Right.
It's all behind
well,
the
you
keyboards.
get fucking canceled.
That's
Oh,
Because again, if it wasn't for people like Jeffree Star pushing those boundaries, it's not acceptable. Not as much acceptable as it was back then. Now you have kids who go through high school openly gay, and they're much more accepted than they were.
it. You know
I'm
what I
so
mean?
tired of all
Yeah.
fucking trolls and shit.
But back in the day, it was just so different.
2014, you're already doing MySpace.
2014 is when I started the brand.
Right. So I was gonna say your MySpace was after music or
Before. And during.
Okay, gotcha.
And then remember,
All right, you guys, if you're watching this far in the video, leave a like, drop a like. Let's get the likes up. Let's go.
MySpace
Tanked.
finally started having its run. Facebook's here, Instagram's here, all these new things are happening, the population's changing, the last generation's now into, just everything's evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very hard time for me. I let go of the music world.
Right.
I knew I was never going to be number one single and performing in front of 20,000 in my head, not knowing what was going to come later.
Right.
And I gave it all up. And that was like the only moment where I almost felt like giving up. Not like full suicide, but it was like, it was like very hopeless.
Right.
And I was sitting in this apartment that I did the documentary on, right? Me and Shane Dawson. We even went back to the old apartment. It was so fucked.
Right.
And it was just a moment of like, we're going this way or this way.
Right.
So then I just started using the internet, which is free. You don't need to go to college. And I taught myself how to make a product, how to build a brand. And I just taught myself everything from the ground up. And there was a makeup, I'm in LA. There's makeup labs everywhere. People want to work with me. But it was at a really weird stage. So as I quit, I went back to the Warped Tour crowd. Right. I started selling merchandise and doing meet and greets with no music anymore.
Right.
Here's a sick merch line. Come meet me. Because I was broke.
The tenacity, though.
I was fucking broke.
Most people don't have the tenacity that you do to do that, to go and teach themselves things and to just keep fucking hustling. That's like something that you can't fucking teach people. You should be proud of yourself for that.
Thank you.
Like,
Survivor
really.
mentality. It was like, it was do or die.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm on Warped Tour 2013, testing out my first ever lipstick formulas in the heat. It was awesome.
Oh.
And I'm concocting my...
Okay, so here we are. So we went from him as a kid, losing his dad, going to middle school, high school, first threesome, graduating, then moving on to working at Mac, doing the MySpace thing, the Akon music, and now we're at the prefaces where he now is starting a makeup brand. All right, here we go.
I plan and thinking about what I'm going to do, and I'm like, okay, I want to put out 3 liquid lipsticks. There's only like 3 brands on the market at the time.
Kylie wasn't around then.
Nope, her lips were still normal.
Yeah.
And
we got into plastic
Her
surgery.
lips were still normal, bro.
That's how the West Coast is.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
So I'm on this tour bus. We're doing greets every day in the hot sun. Everyone else, they do their 30-minute set, their little 10-minute meet and greet, and they all go. I'm under that hot tent, 7 hours working that motherfucker, making all the money.
Yeah.
Never partying. And once the 7 hours is over, I go chill, redo my makeup, then we swallow.
Line them up.
Line them up.
Line them up, baby.
But, it was such a crazy time for me. So I felt very hopeless. But then I'm ready to start the brand and launch this shit.
Right.
I have no investor. Akon was going to own part of my brand. Shout out to Akon, amazing musician, right?
Is he a good human, too?
He is, but he was going through so much turmoil in his life with his record label playing games and all these things. He could not be the best manager for me.
So
there you go. Hold on, I'm gonna stop it right there because we're already 58 minutes into the podcast. Let me go ahead and change batteries on my camera here. Hold on. Okay, guys, ready, chat? Here we go.
Well, okay, circling back, you're on Warped Tour. You're working your ass off, and you're staying sober this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you never had a problem with drugs or anything?
No.
Wow.
So I didn't smoke. So I didn't try weed until I was 23.
Okay.
We were on tour.
See,
and
I didn't think that. I thought Jeffree Star was like a big, heavy smoker for like the longest time. I thought he was always like smoking since he was like 18, 19, like, because it reminds you it's legal over there, but we'll see. Hold on. Let's see. We're going to see. He said he started smoking at 23. I don't know. Do you believe that, or do you think Jeffree's lying? Do you think that he started smoking sooner than that?
Daniel. And the very first time in Salt Lake City at this venue, and their house, the venue owners, their house was above the venue.
Weird.
And it was very cool. Shout out to Jackie, I still remember her. Mm-hmm. And they had the volcano bag.
Oh my God, a gravity bomb type thing?
No, like the volcano, like the one that blows. Yeah. Not the bomb, but like the bag.
Okay,
Thank you, Journey.
And it's like pure vapor, so it's very strong.
For your first time?
Yes.
Extreme.
And obviously people always ask, like, why did you want to do it then? It was like in the moment, I'm feeling that, not that rock star life, but like I had made it, I'm on stage, there's a few thousand people there every night. It was very wild times.
Right.
And I'm with Daniel, I felt very safe. And I was like, you know what, let me just try it for the first time. Like, everyone else was smoking and they're acting normal. I didn't like the wasted, gross, aggressive emotions, all this. I saw the array of people really happy, really violent, crying, trauma coming out, and I'm like, fuck all this.
When you're sober around drunk people, I just talked about this on a podcast yesterday.
People don't get it. It's awful.
I tell everybody I'm
joking. It is.
Because there's nothing attractive about a woman.
When you're completely sober and you're around drunk people, it's really annoying. It is really annoying. You're like, oh my God, come on.
Spilling all over the place, a guy in your face just breathing on you. Like, I hate it. It's so gross.
People don't realize that until they're sober.
Right.
So So it was great times though. It was amazing.
Right.
So we're at this weird trajectory of like, how am I going to get this brand launched? And then once the Akon...
The gravity bag though.
Yeah. Oh, the gravity bag.
Yes.
See, I'm already on the gravity bag
good.
today. So we try weed for the first time. So I take a hit. I'll never forget this.
Yeah.
And the bag's like big and you take a hit. And I'm like, I literally felt nothing. And a lot of people go, well, sometimes the cannabinoids don't work on your first time. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, fuck.
So I didn't know the vapor takes like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to like kind of kick in.
Hate you, yeah.
So Mr. Extreme over here, I take like 5 more hits. And I'm like, nothing's happening. This is so like, wow, I can't believe I took this long to try weed and nothing's happening. It hit me like a train.
Oh no.
Bro, that happened to me on edibles. The first time I ever took an edible, I ate it. It didn't feel nothing, and it was a brownie. It was a nice, big chocolate brownie with almonds in it, and I ate it, and never again. I had an out of body experience. I locked myself in the restroom. I turned the water on. I thought I had like, I don't even want to say, but I thought people were out to get me, okay? And I kept leaving. I remember I left the restroom. I went to the kitchen. I literally got a water and I went like this and I put it down and I said, did I just drink the water? No, I think I thought I drank the water, but I didn't drink the water. Hold on. So let me for sure drink the water. Okay. Did I just drink the water? Or did I think I drank the water? I don't know if I really drank the water or not. Like, it was like that. I was doing stuff, and there's a word for that, but that's what I was going through. And I was like walking around in circles, and I remember, you know how those Nest cameras and stuff? I remember like getting my phone to review that I drank the water, and then I was like, did I just review the footage, or did I think I reviewed the footage? It was bad. I finally like laid down. I played Lord of the Rings, because like a super long movie. I had the fan in my face blowing, all right? And I remember sitting there watching Lord of the Rings. I don't even like Lord of the Rings. I'm sitting there watching it, and I was like, okay, the time is moving. Okay, so I know I'm here. I'm present. Okay, and I fell asleep. Next day, I woke up. I still had like lingering feelings of it. Never again. I didn't feel good. It was like I was on like some wave. It just, woo! Not for me. It wasn't for me. Here we go.
The best way.
Oh, good.
No bad first trip.
Good.
I had bad trip.
Stop laughing.
I had a bad trip.
I'm already a silly bitch.
Yeah.
But the laughing part with the little cannabis, you roll a little cannabis. Yes, I'll laugh. I'll keep laughing and laughing till I get a headache. Okay, but it has to be the good kind. This bottom of the barrel stuff, it'll give you a bad trip too. But never again will I do edible, unless it's by Vance Global.
Me and Daniel are on. It's this cheetah print rug.
Oh.
I'm laughing hysterically in my fucking underwear. The show's done. I'm all sweaty. You know, and we're just up there chilling.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a drink. La la la. I cannot stop laughing. The munchies hit.
Oh.
And we're like, okay, we start saying goodbye. I'm high for hours. We get into the van to go to the hotel, the La Quinta. We're in the van going to the...
Not the La Quinta, bro! Bro, that's crazy. To think that they're on the Vans Warped Tour, touring and things like that, and they're going to a La Quinta, because you think that the artists, you know, these artists that you're gonna go see are staying at like the Four Seasons or something, or the St. Regis, right? I remember a Lil Nas X came to Houston, and like he stayed at, I don't want to say the hotel, but he stayed there, and I go there because that's like one of the places where they do like this, like a whole tea thing, like the tea and the sandwiches and whatever, that whole high tea they call it. And like he was there, and I was like, oh yeah, he would stay here. But I was thinking, I was like, wouldn't it be crazy? Like, I think that if I was like, I don't know, like a Lady Gaga or something, or like a Beyonce, I was like, girl, let's go to La Quinta. They'll never find us there. Because you know, when artist comes to town, you know they're going to go to the most bougiest hotels. You already know. But they'll never suspect you be at the La Quinta. Guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you ever stay at the La Quinta Inn. It's like a hotel. Drop a 1 if you have. Okay, here we go.
Hotel, and I feel like we're on a roller coaster, and we're going 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm laughing hysterically. We get to the hotel. I clean out the vending machine.
Oh.
I have no idea, but I'm so high, my brain blacks out.
Oh no.
I wake up. There's chili Frito bags, Funyuns, Snicker bars, like. I cleaned out that bitch. And I had an eating fest with Daniel. We ordered pizza I don't remember ordering. And I had the best sleep of my life. That's what I remember.
What a fucking great memory of you two.
It was beautiful.
Oh.
Now
I felt so safe with
Daniel passed away. It was a close friend of his.
Daniel. So
I love that.
I start my journey of liking weed. And I didn't fully really get into it until I started my brand and I felt comfortable. And now, I've said I've been high for 10 years, but marijuana has been a really big, I don't know, it's so hard to like claim something as doing something.
Right.
But it definitely has helped my creativity flourish.
Right. Do you battle with mental illness still or anything?
Honestly, no, not really. Like
no cutting or anything like that anymore? I was going to say maybe it like...
So in this podcast, they talked about Jeffree Star self-harming himself by cutting several times. So when she literally just asked him, do you basically still cut yourself till this day? He's admitting that he has it. Let me back it up a little bit.
So hard to like claim something as doing something.
Right.
But it definitely has helped my creativity flourish.
Right. Do you battle with mental illness still or anything?
Honestly, no, not really. Like
no cutting or anything like that anymore? I was going to say maybe it like eases that.
Yeah, it does take away full anxiety. I don't ever really feel anxious, but I do smoke weed every day where it's legal.
Yeah.
And let's say my team's like, yo, okay, I created a concept, but you need to name these 35 eyeshadows like now.
Right.
Puff, it starts coming out. I need, but that's why music, oh my God.
Yeah.
When I did that first album, I had never really smoked.
Right.
Beauty Killer and all the EPs.
But it was a way for you to channel your energy and just throw yourself into something that you really enjoy.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really cool.
So let's talk about something else that you enjoy, makeup. Do you still enjoy makeup?
I really do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
hey, this is great. This is interesting to hear this podcast because when she asked him, do you still enjoy makeup? You're talking about, let's be honest, like the makeup industry has taken a dive, right? Not many people are buying makeup like they used to be. So when you see Jeffree Star and you see that he's not coming out with as many launches as before and people aren't selling out like they used to, and when she asked him, are you still into makeup, for him to say yeah, it's like, okay, I can believe it, but we'll see what he says.
Skincare now too.
Obsessed.
Talk
the
to me
older we
about
get,
it. Yeah.
I've always loved skincare. I used to tell people as young as 15, don't move your face.
Right. Yeah.
Which was always my thing.
That's why I'm frozen.
Now, as I get older, I dissolved all my filler, and I'm just kind of living a more free life. But I'm still me. I'm still Jeffree fucking Star.
Do you do Botox or anything?
I haven't in 2 years.
Wow. It looks amazing, though. Yeah.
No Botox in 2 years? Damn. I can't believe that you dissolved the filler, the no Botox. Like, I don't know. It's starting to wear out. I need to go in for a touch-up. It's starting to wear out a little bit, right? But I have so many questions. Okay.
I have to have it. I can't. When I start getting the wrinkles in the forehead, I freak out.
I do have more wrinkles. I'm not embracing them. Maybe they'll go away this winter.
You look great, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing a little more. Like, my lips were too crazy, so I dissolved a lot. And when things start to migrate, and
I look like fucking Marge Simpson.
I had to tone it down for me. Like, below my nose was getting weird.
No, your face is perfect.
So I had to tone it down enough.
But he said it started to migrate. No, that does happen because I got like I think it was like Restylane or something. I forgot what it was, girl. I don't even remember. They put it here and like it looked great, and then it started to like migrate down. Now it's completely gone. It like disintegrated for the most part, but I remember I was like, dude, I can kind of see it. Like, whoa, it does migrate, Here we go. So let me see.
Yeah, but we always do things for us, not for anybody else.
But I always go extreme.
Yeah, for sure. So you started the makeup brand in 2014.
2014, I launched 3 liquid lips on Black Friday.
Here we go.
And you were looking for an investor.
Here we go.
Who's gonna invest with
you guys, this podcast is so mother effing juicy. We have an hour to go. He just now is getting to launching the liquid lipsticks. Just now. So that means we still have Tati Westbrook drama, Shane Dawson drama, boyfriend drama, and I'm gonna be honest, up until this point, he has been touching on very sensitive topics and hasn't really been, like he has gone there. A lot of people did podcasts with Jeffree and he keeps it very superficial. This is very deep. This is the deepest podcast he's ever done. And he's doing it chronologically from the very start. From the being a kid, we're clocking it off. Boom, 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 boom. Like, wow. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I didn't even know about in here. I didn't even know. Okay. You guys on TikTok, thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. Keep it going. We're trying to get to 100K likes. Let's go. All right, here we go. We're going to continue on with the rest of it. Here we go.
He was out. Next, let's hit it. My best friend of 12 years, Kat Von D. She's down. She shows me a makeup lab, and I start doing my formula.
Right there, Kat Von. He just said right here. He just said, Kat Von D showed me a makeup lab, and I created my formula. He just said that because people were saying, oh, that him and Kat Von D went to a makeup lab, and then later on he came behind her back without her knowing, create his makeup. Those were rumors, but here he didn't say that. All right, here we go.
She literally gives me a sample with a name of the lab. I call it Do All the Work. When she tried to destroy my career online, which flopped and backfired, she said she did everything. It was the biggest insult I think I've ever felt in my entire life. Because I did everything.
Yeah, it's always hurtful when a friendship breaks up. It's like worse than a divorce.
And publicly, for the very first time, because I had not really done online drama, then after that, as bigger as things got, it was a bloodbath.
So this is when enters the beauty YouTube space, because this right here, when he had that huge falling out with Kat Von D and he sat down and he talked about it and they went back and forth, that was the catalyst to create this whole entire beauty drama that now has rolled over into TikTok with Jackie Anna and them nails. All right, here we go.
I feel like people just come for you just to be at this
They used to all the time just to get attention. But it was my first big taste of the internet flipping.
Right.
Without knowing any facts.
Oh, they don't care.
And then days later, if I recall, they all flip back and realize it was all full of shit.
Yeah, they don't care.
But it was so hurtful for someone to say, I created his brand. It was like, but it was believable.
You guys share this video, share it out. It's getting good up in here. Oh my God. I've never heard that. Whoa. Are you serious? Okay, here we go. Guys, look, let me just show you. We're right here. Look, you can see the little dot. We're right here. We're not even done. We're not even at the halfway point. This is like the whole life story of Jeffree Star right here in 1 hour and 50 minutes. Whoa! Okay.
That was the problem. And now no.
Because she was a little bit bigger than you back
Absolutely.
then. Right. Because she had that
she
LA
liked
or whatever.
having more money than me, and she liked being the friend that had more. So when I surpassed her, she flipped them. 12-year friendship. She's tattooed my whole body. 50 portraits.
Would you guys ever be friends again?
No.
Because of you?
Because of the way I was treated, I can never... Forgiving is fine when you get older. You can never go back to someone that stabbed you that hard.
Well, you can forgive but not forget.
Yes. So it was one of the most painful things I've done.
Do you think maybe she's grown a lot being a wife? And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, no, I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that now that I've really helped myself, I don't lurk. It's like the old days, I would care what everyone's doing. It's so unhealthy.
It is. It's very toxic.
I mean, okay, do you hear what he just said? This is what people would say, oh, Jeffree Star watches everything about him. Jeffree Star is always lurking. Jeffree Star, I mean, let me roll it back for you one more time. I'm going to amplify it. Here we go.
Things I've done.
Do you think maybe she's grown a lot since being a wife? And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, no, I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that now that I've really helped myself, I don't lurk. It's like the old days, I would care what everyone's doing. It's so unhealthy.
It is. It's very...
But not only that, I wonder like how time consuming that is, you know? How time consuming it is to see, let me see what this person's doing. Let me see what this person's doing. Let me see what this person's doing. So for him to say that, this is what I'm saying, like, this is some stuff he would never admit. And he's actually admitting it. The Dumb Blonde podcast, and people said it in my comments, and they'll probably say it here in this video. She has a way of getting people to talk and open up. And I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. And now I wish Trisha would have went on this podcast. That'll be very interesting. Now I see why she canceled it. All right, here we go.
What they're doing.
I need to stop doing.
I don't read the news. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't care who's fucking who, what's this, who did this, I just don't care. It's so unhealthy.
You just get to a point of just serenity.
But when you're in the same world, yes, you're told she has a kid now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Insane that shit. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And when you say also like, I hate children, and then you have one, anyone's allowed to change their mind.
Yeah,
obviously. I've grown a lot.
Wait, Kat Von D said she hates children? Damn. I don't want any kids, but I don't hate kids. What? You guys share the live. Share this is getting hot. When I told y'all that this was gonna get hot, okay? When I was not lying. This is juice. This is juice. Thank you, Blue. I don't want to hear people in the comments say, oh, this OT. You're late. This is the juice. Hashtag juice. All right, here we go.
It was wild to see someone become a parent.
Right.
So hopefully it makes them
her.
Nicer.
I feel like Trisha Paytas having a kid has helped her grow a little bit too.
Absolutely.
Oh, now we're getting into Trisha Paytas. Now we're getting, You guys, no. Oh my God, hold on. You guys, it's getting good. It's getting, let me take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna be right back. All right, so Jeffree Star is about to mention Trisha. He just did. Thank you for the cowgirl hat. Yeehaw.
I don't know. I've never had my own child, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like children soften women too. So, you never know. Never say never. Maybe you guys will cross paths somewhere down the road and be able to,
Me and Trisha, maybe.
Yeah.
Trisha she did me and Jay wrong and made up a whole drama.
Yeah.
And then had a kid.
Trisha actually flaked on me yesterday. I came off tour.
Wait, she said yesterday. She said Trisha flaked on me yesterday. I didn't know that. I thought her and this Trisha thing happened like months ago, even years ago. But for her to say she flaked on me yesterday? Oh, because this podcast, I think it was like a week. It's already, they filmed this about 5 days ago. Well, 6 days ago now. So Trisha had at least 6 days to allegedly, make it up to her if she wanted to, like, financially recover, the team, the people who set up the podcast, whatever. So there was some time there. Anyway, so here we go.
If I can do her podcast with her, to do her podcast and her come on my podcast, and she texted me an hour before she was supposed to show up that she wasn't coming.
That's so unprofessional.
I know, but I'm just, it is what it is, and everything.
Well, I normally don't talk about drama because the old Jeff.
I'm gonna pause it right there because it's about to get some juicy. It's about to get juicy. So the initiation was she was gonna go to Trisha's podcast. She was gonna do her podcast. So I don't know if maybe, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. Maybe Trisha didn't want her to go on her podcast. Maybe like Trisha felt like, well, no one really knows who she is. She's not really my demographic. They're going to say that we look alike or, stuff like that. I don't want her in my house, around my husband, because she is a bombshell, the Bunniexo. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on here. So maybe that's the case, guys. Maybe. I don't know. Because, I heard sometimes women can be jealous of each other. So maybe, I don't know. I think Trisha was down to do her podcast, but not down to let her come to her podcast. She did have Holly Madison. Yes. I already know y'all going to say in the comments. Yes, she did have Holly Madison. But Holly Madison, in my opinion, has way more clout than Bunniexo. But I could be wrong. And if I am, I want to apologize. So she just mentioned that Trisha canceled on her. Jeffree Star chimed in and says, unprofessional. Here we go.
People just think things so differently than who I am.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stray away from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't like feeding into these things.
No, never.
But she did me really wrong.
Oh.
She made up all these lies, said I fat shamed her and called her all these things. Never happened.
Right.
Never happened. And then she gets in a fight.
Was looking for clout too?
Of course she will.
So Jeffree Star is saying that never happened. But Trisha said in her video, she had said it was like a Snapchat or TikTok or something. She was saying Jeffree Star said these things about me. Maybe he was joking and I was too sensitive. So even then she's still saying it. Like maybe she was too sensitive, because that's what I remember is her being overly sensitive at that time. So if somebody said, oh, Trisha, insert whatever, shady comment here, she would have taken it very sensitive and blown up. That's what I thought would happen. But he just said right here, I didn't say none of that. Okay.
Because that was her shtick.
Right.
And it was at a time where people wanted to hate me and Shane Dawson.
Right.
So she picks a huge fight with my hairdresser, Jay, right here, and it just turned into a bloodbath.
Jay's in the room? Hair by Jay's in the room? Oh my God, he's there. Okay, here we go.
Hey, how could you pick on Jay? He seems like a sweetheart.
And he went in on her, and the thing is normal folks don't ever really hear someone going in.
Right.
When you're angry and you're hurt, you're gonna fucking lash out and you're gonna let someone have it.
Oh, if I tell somebody off, I'm a bully.
He told her off in the fucking funniest way, and they all tried to turn on us like we were the devil. I'm like, I literally just flew her to Vegas. We're front row at Mariah Carey. The internet starts turning on me and Shane during the pandemic. She flips and makes up a whole story. Mm-hmm. The vlog was filmed on her channel, her being in love with all of us. We go to Vegas. We take her on a shopping spree. We do all these amazing things. She deletes the vlog, makes up lies about me and him. And the internet at the time, they ran with it.
Right.
She hurt me deeply.
Aww.
And she's never apologized.
I think that the hurt goes both ways. I'm just saying, the hurt goes both ways. Hurt people. And I think that she should apologize and he should apologize. But if she's going to say, I'm never going to apologize, then don't expect the other one to apologize either. You know what I'm saying? But that, again, is she had another falling out with Jason Nash, Ethan Klein. I think Tana Mojo might be next. But I don't know. I could be wrong. It's just observations off to the side. I'm allowed to give my little commentary, all right? And you're allowed to leave your commentary too. Because y'all sure like to let me know. Rich Lux, that's not how it went down. And then Trish Paytas is my queen. Trish Paytas pays my bills and she's a saint. She can do no wrong. Y'all be the main ones to say that. Okay, some of the people, not all the people. Okay. Here we go.
I hate that. Well, Trisha, if you're listening, I hope that maybe hearing his side of the story will make you want
It was hurtful, and she knows it was.
I never knew any of that. I'd stay out of the drama.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Jeffree Star is sitting there. No, listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, listen to this, chat. Okay. Bunniexo is like, well, you know, maybe Trisha, after you hear this, y'all can talk it out. Jeffree's like, it was her fault. It was her fault. She made that. Oh my God. No hesitation. With no it's her fault. Let me show you. Let me roll you back. Watch.
The internet at the time, they ran with it.
Right.
She hurt me deeply.
Aww.
And she's never apologized.
I hate that. Well, Trisha, if you're listening, I hope that maybe hearing his side of the story will make you want
It was hurtful, and she knows it was.
I hate that. I never knew.
And Trisha deleted 3 videos. That whole trip. I have the videos. The private jet together. She's in her hotel room. Jeffree Star paid for the private jet, the pink limousine that picked them up at the airport, and also took them to the hotel, which I'm not going to say the name of the hotel because they might, you know, I believe people are a creature of habits. So if you go there once, maybe you'll go there again. So I don't want to say the name of the hotel. Just in case they stay there in Vegas, then y'all would know where to go. So I'm not going to say that. But that hotel, bottom of the barrel room was $400. So, I mean, I'm just saying if I fly somebody out on a private jet, pink limousine, give them a hotel room, and I say a joke about their weight, just know I love you, just a joke. But if you're overly sensitive, you might get upset and fly back home and make 10 TikTok videos and 5 YouTube videos saying I'm the most horrible person in the world. I mean, I guess so. But I just don't think that, I mean, imagine that, you know? I think that, but maybe I'm different. Maybe, I don't know, I feel, well, let me tell you why I think like that. I think like that because my love language is giving. My love language, everyone has a different love language. People's time spent, people, stuff like that. But my love language is giving. So if I'm going to spend racks on racks and racks and racks on you, then know I love you and I really care about you. But that's my love language, right? Money talks, bullshit walks. So if I'm spending all this money on you and you feel I was being shady to you, how? When I just proved to you, whoa! But everyone's different. I think she was overreacting. I'm allowed to have that opinion. I think she's overreacting. So here we go. Jeffree Star, with no hesitation, said, it's her fault. It's her fault. No hesitation. Now, mind you, she did delete 3 videos too. So here we go.
About me and him, and the internet at the time, they ran with it.
Right.
She
Thank you,
hurt
Journey.
me deeply.
Aww.
And she's never apologized.
I hate that. Well, Trisha, if you're listening, I hope that maybe hearing his side of the story will make you want
It was hurtful, and she knows it was.
I hate that. I never knew any of that. I'd stay out of the drama.
And then we never spoke again.
Wow.
And it was like, damn, it was really hurtful. We just sold
That right there, if someone cuts that clip, that's going to be a meme for any situation, any friendship falling out, any job, anything. That it was her fault. It's like gold. That's gold. Okay.
1 million palettes, and there's a Trisha fucking eyeshadow in it.
Aww.
That's right there. That's right there. Oh my, I've been saying this for years. They did a makeup palette, Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. You open up the makeup palette, there's a pink color. I think it's called Trisha. Again, showing love to Trisha. And then she's like, they're the most horrible people. Imagine somebody flying you first class, private jet, pink limousine, hotel room, giving you a shade color inside your palette, and you're still gonna say, oh, you're just a horrible, mean person. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't make any sense at all. Make it make sense. And that's when I realized, that Trisha Paytas, there might be a few screws loose. That's my opinion. I don't care. Cancel me if you want. All right, I've been canceled 10 times already. 11th won't matter. Here we go.
Oh, the internet's starting not to like him and Shane. I'm going to turn on them. So instead of everyone being like, wow, I know these people, or me personally, they all started to flip.
Instead of having your back.
It was the time where cancel culture was so prominent.
Right.
So all the celebrities are unfollowing, everyone's feeding into it, and it's like, wow, you start to feel like a fucking piece of shit.
But they still follow James Charles. So yeah, I'm gonna make more videos about that. All right.
And it was really dark. So she played me, she got what she wanted at the time, and now she's doing her and canceling your podcast.
Yeah. I had no idea the drama between you guys. I've never gotten into
It's very one-sided.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh, it is very one-sided. Okay, here we go.
No, I get it.
Which sucks.
Yeah, no,
because normally I'm like, bitch, like I have some shit to say. I don't even have anything bad to say about her.
No,
she flipped on me.
No, I'm the same way. I get drug into drama that I don't even.
I think you guys put a number 7 in the chat if you had someone that was your friend just flip on you, because I think that must be things that people must do. I don't do it. I just try not to. Here we go.
Want to fucking be in, and I never know.
All
but
the time, of course.
I never knew the story. I was just telling my experience that I had and letting you.
But
know.
I'm ready to share because I have never really.
Right here, Bunniexo is saying right here. I was just sharing my experience. I didn't want to start no drama or anything like that. She was just saying, hey, Trisha Paytas canceled yesterday on the show. She wasn't saying maliciously. You could tell by the inflections of her voice. And if you watch her sit down in the interview, you can tell by her body language, she's not being malicious either. She's just saying, hey, you canceled on me, on my show. Here we go.
Talked about it, and I think that
sure.
I never got to say my piece because no one wanted to hear what I had to say at the time.
I know. I just hate that for you. I feel like you're.
At that point, it's just best that Jeffree Star doesn't say anything at all. Because if Jeffree Star says something, it's just, more videos are going to be made. Boom, boom, boom. So it's like, don't say anything at all at that point. Let her speak. Let them twirl. Let her spin. Because at the end of the day, that really doesn't have anything to do with you. Let them twirl. Let them spin. Let them talk. Let them do all that. All right, here we go.
So misunderstood. Not now. I feel like with TikTok, everybody's starting to get to see the real you or the grown you. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, that's true. Girl, you log on TikTok and you see Jeffree Star live. He's literally in his kitchen feeding the dogs. Okay, so the camera died and we're going to pick up where we left off, okay? Here we go.
Her saying misunderstood was the only time today where I felt like a tinge of wanting to cry.
Aww, I love you. You want a hug?
Later.
Okay. Listen.
But yeah, it's hard when you have success to say you feel any type of way because people equate money to you feeling fine.
Yeah.
I never started the brand to make money.
Right.
It grew insane, and then
you started a brand because you came from nothing and had something to prove.
Yes.
You didn't want to be a piece of shit.
Listen to this part right here, what Jeffree says right here.
Or
people equate money to you feeling fine.
Yeah.
I never started the brand to make money.
Right.
It grew insane, and then
you started the brand because you came from nothing and you had something to prove.
Yes.
You didn't want to be a piece of shit. Whatever, a derogatory name that people were calling you. I totally understand. I've been a hooker my entire life. Now I'm a millionaire because I fucking worked my ass off.
And they can't understand it.
Yeah, like they can't let go of that past, but they want to, they don't want to acknowledge what I've done with my clothes on, So I totally understand where you're coming from. Let's talk about the brand though. So you started it in 2014.
And so Kat was going to be the investor.
Right here, Jeffree Star starts his brand and Kat Von D was going to be the investor. He just said that right here. I'm going to replay it back because I don't want y'all to miss this part. Here we go.
Like they can't let go of that past, but they want to, they don't want to acknowledge what I've done with my clothes on, So I totally understand where you're coming from. Let's talk about the brand though. So you started it in 2014.
And so Kat was going to be the investor.
Yes.
Flip song. We all know how that ended. And isn't it funny? She doesn't own her brand anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She doesn't even own her brand anymore. It's gone. That is true. But you see, this is what makes Jeffree so controversial is because most people, not all, would be like, oh yeah, Kat Von D, she had a brand. I think she sold it. Good for her. Jeffree Star's like, oh, she doesn't even own her brand anymore. It's gone. Can you imagine that? She's gonna help me with me, and she flipped and turned on me, and now where's her brand at? Here we go. I'm play it again.
And where you're coming from. Let's talk about the brand though. So you started it in
2014. And so Kat was gonna be the investor.
Yes.
Flip song.
I don't think that's bitter. I see a comment said he's bitter. I don't think he's bitter. No, he's just being real.
We all know how that ended. And isn't it funny? She doesn't own her brand anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
The irony in the last. My brand turns 9.
A lot of people liked it. Her stuff. A lot of people liked it. It was just that's all I'm gonna say.
Years old is still crazy.
Yeah.
So grateful for the journey. I then in the music industry, I'm like, okay, I have no investor. I've already met the lab. The 3 colors are done. The formula is better than the ones on the market. I have no money. So I'm sitting there in full hopelessness, but I'm like, I'm still a hustler. Hello.
Right. So how many dicks do I gotta suck?
That's it. And shockingly, none to get the first loan.
Yay, good for you.
Isn't that great?
That's
so
amazing.
I start hitting up booking agents, people that are in the industry. Do you know anyone
Connections that you've made?
I know everyone.
Yeah.
I know all the booking agents from the little punk rock venues to House of Blues to the arenas. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to start networking.
So he starts hitting up booking agents and getting booked and doing the arenas. He just said he started the cosmetics.
Start calling people. This guy that owns Sumerian Records had a meeting with me. And the co-owners of Sumerian Records, Ash and Jeff Cohen, invested in me and believed.
I remember that name. Jeff Cohen. I don't really remember the Ash one. Whoa. Hold on. See, this is something that no one knows about. Let me go back here. Here we go.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to start networking. I start calling people. This guy that owns Sumerian Records had a meeting. And the co-owners of Sumerian Records, Ash and Jeff Cohen, invested in me and believed in the project. And
doesn't that feel good?
It was insane.
To have somebody believe in you.
Finally,
in your vision.
It clicked. Of you have the funds to make the dream a reality, and all I needed was 100,000. So I put everything.
Guys, that's nothing. In the world of business, when you're talking about merch, distribution, you know, that's nothing. He did it off 100K. Wow. When you got people going on Shark Tank and asking for 1.2 mil for socks. What? Hold on, let me go again.
Invested in me and believed in the project. And
doesn't that feel good?
It was insane.
To have somebody believe in you.
Finally,
in your vision.
It clicked. Of you have the funds to make the dream a reality, and all I needed was 100,000. So I put everything I had in, and they gave me the last of what I needed. On launch day, I paid them back in 5 minutes.
Wow! I just got goosebumps.
It was beautiful.
Because
it was so is anyone going to care? I'm like, I have to do a photo shoot. I do a photo shoot in a pink coffin.
Yeah.
My first brand shoot ever, and my eyes are open, and I'm like, the liquid lipstick you've all been dying for coming soon. And that was this journey.
Hold on. I think we should pay it some respect. Hold on, let's see. Because I remember when that video came out, people were what? Here we go, watch. I can pull it up for you right here. So I'm pulling it up. Now this is the one I remember. Let's see here. This to me, right here.
We gonna sleep all day, have fun all night, never get old, just...
And in it, wow, look at that. I'm put on mute, look. A lot of people don't remember this, and then the one that I remember, is this one. This is the one that I remember. You know what's so crazy? Is he in a milk bath? And this one here, and then you have the milk collection that he did. Full circle moment. Okay, so back to the podcast. Okay, it's just so crazy to hear him talk about it years later. Look, let me show you. That was over 8 years ago. Okay, here we go.
Website letting people know
where you are.
And then it was just like, you know, releasing colors, and then the first highlighter, then the first lip scrub, and now it's spiraled into this massive thing. And it's just so beautiful, and I'm so in love with makeup, and I've changed the entire industry.
Literally.
Everything I enter,
You are
even
the
TikTok.
beauty industry.
I'm changing TikTok right now. I'm taking the credit. From doing the live streams and the live crowd.
Dude, we crack up seeing you on live all the time. I'm like...
You never know what you're getting.
I'm like, Jeffree is fucking hilarious.
It's really fun.
No, you're hilarious.
And then battling, like, the TikTok creators.
Yeah.
And the people that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And then becoming part of the family. And then half of them fucking loving me. And you know half of them fucking hate me.
I don't think they hate you. I think they just hate to love you.
Yeah.
That's
and
really
they
what
can't
it is.
believe I joined their platform, and I'm loving it. Some people are shook at
I was
how
so
much I love
happy
it.
when I saw you on there. I was like, Jeffree's on TikTok. And I was like, it's about fucking time.
I know. So in the pandemic, when it was this whole dancing era,
I hated it. I wouldn't do it either. I was like, you're not gonna catch my fucking...
I remember that. The whole, you know what I'm talking about? No, I'm good.
it was the first time where I was like, wow, I'm not progressing with the internet culture. But YouTube is still so big.
Yeah.
So let's go to, I start the brand. I learned what a beauty influencer is. Rolling my fucking eyes in the back of my skull right now.
So he took it back. They went forward and they took it back.
I think everybody's so catty in that industry and just...
I start doing YouTube. I upload my first tutorial. Now remember, I always forget to tell this to people. No one had seen me without makeup on before. So my big...
Which I think you're gorgeous without makeup on. I love you without makeup on, more than with makeup.
And a lot of people do. Thank you for saying
Yeah.
that. But I wasn't ready and I felt insecure about it.
Well, it was your whole...
my
It was your
big
mask.
It was everything.
Your entire life.
Exactly.
You hid behind that.
Absolutely. And now that my trauma was starting to heal, I wasn't broke anymore. I had tax evasion. My bank account was frozen.
Wow.
No one knew any of this.
Wow.
And it was really, really dark times. I started
The
the
IRS
brand.
is the real fucking gangsters.
That's it. They love
Literally.
me.
I bet they did.
It's fun. I just paid my taxes yesterday. I logged on to the IRS.gov and I was like, oop, let me pay this real quick before they come for me. Beep. Listen, this is something that he mentioned in the Shane Dawson documentary about issue with taxes. And the thing is, right, some people, they don't know what they're doing. They're new. They don't understand how to do things, so they don't really keep up with their taxes, right? So when that happens, then you're gonna have your bank account frozen, the tax evasion thing. Then you get on a payment plan and you pay it off. It's not some dramatic thing that you just automatically go to jail or whatever, right? And so he got back on track, and I think they put him on a payment plan or something like that. But that's something that he briefly mentioned before he's opening talking. I mean, who talks about that, about their taxes, right? This is why I'm saying this is such a great podcast, because they're really going in deep.
They love me, and it transformed my entire life. So as I started to heal, the big shock was I'm gonna be barefaced on YouTube, and I saw what the other girls were doing. It's so boring. We all know I fuck it everything I enter.
I love that you always want to do your own thing, because I'm the same
Always.
exact way. I don't want to follow everybody.
That's it. So I enter YouTube. I'm the first person I'm doing a tutorial. Lighten up the bowl. They changed the rules. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
2015.
Oh, that's right. He got on camera. He and he got like the video got in trouble or something like that. They changed the rules. They literally rule breaking, and YouTube's making rules around Jeffree Star because the video got so many views and he was such a trend.
16, 17. Oh my god. And then 18, 19 was just obviously fucking incredible.
Grew.
And my channel went from 100,000 to 18 million people, and it was just like, how is this real? From tutorials to showing everything about I call it my marriage, my 5-year marriage. From every surgery to every mistake is all on my channel. And I quit last year.
You shared your life with everybody.
I did.
I was so invested in you and Nate's relationship. That is one thing.
It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous to watch. And
Thank you. Because I fell in love for the first time, not knowing it was going to be on camera, really.
Right.
And it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I finally felt loved for the first time by another man that didn't want me to be a secret.
Well, they're talking about. Oh, he's talking about the ex-boyfriend. And you never really hear him say anything about that. Whoa.
And it really helped me heal. So being in love in that relationship really helped me heal.
What happened with you guys?
She just asked, what happened with you? What? Because, people were saying, oh, the whole thing is fake. Fake relationship. There's fake. Wow. Okay, here we go.
Can we talk about it?
There's a lot of paperwork involved.
Wow, really?
Right there. Y'all heard that? Right there.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
But I will say this, right? Jeffree Star has never spoken negatively about who he's the ex lover. We'll call him that, the ex lover. He's never said anything negative about it. He's just like, it is what it is. Parted ways. And vice versa, the other way around too. The ex lover never said anything because I've been watching, waiting for him to slip up and say something, and never has.
Both parts.
Yeah.
I just went and lurked his Instagram last night, and he doesn't look like he's doing well.
Really?
No.
Oh my god, that's so weird to hear, because I don't lurk anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, this was...
No, I was like, where is he? Because I was writing my questions down.
Oh my god, this November, I'm 4 years single. I mean, no, I've dated people, that's not fair to say, but in a deep, real relationship.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe you're scared?
4 years single, 4 years. Which is fine. I can't get a text back to save my life. Listen, every time I have guys come around me try to talk to me, I'm just like, what do you want? Money, clout, what is it you want? All right, let's be honest here. I'm a workaholic, okay? I'm always gonna put work first. You're gonna get mad that you're second, all right? People like me, it's not in the cards for me. Because I would always choose making money and work than a relationship. But that's just me. Some people, they want that. But I'm like, I'd rather work. Here you go. Let me show you guys. Because you'll never cheat on me. You'll never love me as much as I love you. You'll never backstab me. I love you. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. You need to sit down, boy. Sit down. All right, here we go.
Falling in love again.
Oh, that's a great question. No.
Is Jeffree Star gonna fall in love again? Here we go.
And I'll get back to that. No, I'm open now. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid at all. I know. No, I'm really not. Like, I'm very open to it. Haven't met the right person. I've dated some people. We've had a good time, la la la. But I haven't met anyone like I felt when I met him, and our souls were like, wow.
Twin flames.
Yeah, had no idea. So I have not felt that since. Our breakup can legally not be discussed.
I hate that for you, baby.
I'm so sorry, everyone that.
You hear that? And I think that's the most we're gonna hear about it. Is that right there? That is the omega and the alpha. That's from the beginning to the end. Like, that's it. I mean, basically, the only thing he didn't say is, can you pick up what I'm putting down? That's basically what he's saying. If you can pick up what he's putting down, he's saying they can't talk about it. There's a lot of paperwork involved. They were together for what, 7 years, I believe? 8 years? 10 years? You know, and then you just ended things. You try to end it peacefully and amicably. Here we go.
That's the tea. I know. It's not like I even want to talk about it. It's a normal thing.
Right.
Like, you can legally talk.
You can't, but like, yeah, this is my opinion. Like, when you're with someone for that long, okay, what do you call it? It's like your common law marriage at that point. Is that the term or something like that? You guys know, when you're with someone for that long, is that the term, common law? It's like, that's what it seems like. To me, they were together for such a long time. They were practically married at that point, you know? So for them to instill paperwork on their breakup, I think is normal, because common law marriage, especially because he has so much influence, and he came, I mean, because y'all forget, because Jeffree Star can't speak on it, but I can. Y'all forget that Jeffree Star wasn't financially successful when he met Nate. When he met Nate, then stuff started to take off. So when y'all say, oh, Nate was with him for the money, blah, blah, blah. No. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically you come into a relationship, what you came out with, this type of thing. I'm pretty sure he walked away with something, but for what it is, you're with someone for that long, you know, I would understand why there would be paperwork involved, especially when you're in the public eye, celebrity, internationally known, you know, stuff like that.
About your breakups and whatever, which is a different world we live in.
Yeah, no.
So we had a great time.
But what Bunniexo said is, when she said, oh, Nathan's not looking too good, whenever she said that, let me see. Whenever she says that, I've checked. He was looking great. He was doing great with Jeffree. Now he's not as popping as he used to be. Here we go.
There's not one person that you have met that has, like, just set your soul on fire.
Not since.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're just...
That's my vibrator. It's on the bus.
It's my blood pressure cuff in my purse. When it goes off, people think it's a vibrator.
It's the NDA vibrating in my backpack.
Literally.
Oh, fuck.
So moving on.
Mm-hmm. So you lurked. That's so funny.
Yeah. So That's
and what is your synopsis?
So I went.
Miss Bunny.
Yeah, because I was writing on my interview last night, and I was like, "Where the fuck is Nate?" Because that is the only part of your life that I was ever invested in. I have not been invested since. No offense, but
I love that.
I don't get in the drama, and I don't care. Like, I just love you as a human.
I love that. Thank you.
So I was
you did a little lurking. For me.
did. So I went on Nate's profile, and he looks, and
Guys, for those who are just joining, we're listening to the Jeffree Star, the Internet OG podcast with the Dumb Blonde. So share the live, like it up. We're at 193,000 likes. We can get to 200,000 likes. We're right there. Thank you, Erica. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching too. If you're watching this live on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment. Okay, guys, here we go.
this is just my observation. I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything.
Okay.
He looks like he might be under the influence of something, not positive, but he just doesn't look mentally okay.
So, the Dumb Blonde, Bunniexo, is saying that Jeffree Star's ex doesn't look too good. And a lot of people have been saying that. Jeffree didn't say it. Other people are saying it. They're just watching. And if he doesn't like that, he can always put his account on private.
So I don't know. I even said that to Haley earlier today. I was like, he didn't look good. It's like, you can look at you and see that you're glowing and that you're trying to heal and, be a better human. And with him, it just kind of looks like he's lost, probably. So
that's interesting.
He ain't saying nothing. Here's how I see it, right? You have someone who's financially wealthy, very financially healthy, and you take someone who's like maybe on the couch of their mom's house, fly them out, and they're propelled into this crazy life of luxury. And then when it ends, they're back on the couch, and they're probably like, what? It's a total like 360, and maybe they start hating and stuff. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Do you ever miss it?
No.
Okay.
Holy moly! With no hesitation, straight up, no. You know why? Because I'm pretty sure Jeffree Star had a lot hotter guys since then. When asked, does he miss the ex? Here we go.
Heal and, be a better human. And with him, it just kind of looks like he's lost, probably. So
that's interesting. Oh my God.
Do you ever miss it?
No.
Okay. Moving on.
Next.
I love all the times we had, though. And a lot of it, which is funny, is on camera.
Right.
We went to Bora Bora for the first time together.
Not only that, he's being humble. He rented out the whole entire island for them together. He rented out the whole island so they could be together alone.
Like, those were so cool. And obviously, there were so many moments off camera of love and affection. And, we had little pieces on YouTube. But it was a beautiful relationship. It really was. And I really fell in love with the first time.
It served its purpose.
Yeah, and it did. And it was really great for me because it really did, like I said, help me heal. And I think it's hard for people if you haven't really fallen in love, what that feels like. Because I thought it was made up, and then it happened to me.
He probably helped heal a bunch of childhood trauma when,
It really did.
Growing up in chaotic households like we grew up in, we searched for that puzzle piece that can make us feel like the little kid that we were before.
And so cliche, when I stopped looking is when it hit.
Yeah. But hello, I've never dated a big guy before, and I literally had sworn off all dudes, and then here comes this fucking big squish, and he fucking just bounces into my life, dude, and I just love him. And the souls connect, literally,
and you cannot explain it
at all. Like it's just cool. 7 years, and I just couldn't imagine life without him. So it's gonna happen for you again too, because you're a beautiful and you deserve to be loved.
I agree, and I'm open to it.
Yeah, well, you guys hear that? Jeffree's looking. Well, no, Jeffree's not looking. He's open.
You never know. Yeah, right now I'm back in my whole era, I think.
Would it be a regular?
Oh my God!
To be somebody level as you. I would think trying to date you would be hard.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm also really busy, so it's hard to right now want to give a bigger piece of me right now.
Right.
I'm obsessed with my ranch. I'm a real farmer.
Yeah.
Like I'm out there in Louis Vuitton, covered in yak shit. I got over 350 yaks. I have 4 Bactrian camels.
I know why you love yaks. I've come to the conclusion because I was pulling up a picture of them the other day because I was like,
most diva of all cows.
I was like, what the fuck is a yak?
That terminology?
Tell me that's not the scene kid of the animal kingdom.
That is a Highland Scottish cow.
Thank you, Matthew.
Well, I thought it was
but
a yak.
But they look very similar.
Okay.
They do look similar.
Gotcha. I was like, it's the hair. It's the emo hair. Like,
so yaks, those are called, the yaks that look like that are called super woolies.
Okay.
And there's different like hair on the yak, but they're all really beautiful. They're like, I call them the diva of all cows.
Are they fucking majestic as fuck?
They are.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And I live at the base of the mountain.
Can I ride one?
Yeah, you can ride a camel. No yaks.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can pet a yak. You can rub one to the ground.
Oh.
They're really cool creatures.
And are they just so loving?
Yeah.
I heard the coolest quote the other day that said, if you want to buy land and fill it with animals, it's because in the time of need that you had during your trauma, that was the only thing that was there for you were the animals. And I was like, that's me, because I can't wait to dye my hair red and fucking be a gardener and fucking be ugly and just fucking also have animals.
I don't want to eat horrible food.
Right.
Oh, so are we getting into the whole controversy of the yak meat, the vegan makeup? I wonder if she's going to go there.
That we're probably being poisoned with.
What is your diet?
Mochi ice cream. Let's see.
Pretty bad. It's way better now.
Yeah.
So let me drop a shot. Let me drop a shocker. No fast food, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've had In-N-Out once or twice a year, but I used to eat and promote fast food like it was part of my thing.
Right.
And I haven't eaten fast food in like 3 years.
Yeah, I don't eat fast food either. I ate In-N-Out when we were in Vegas. And
yeah, sometimes you have to.
I literally am eating sauerkraut and ground chicken today to just make my tummy feel better.
But I love food. So and I eat a lot of yak now. Yeah. So obviously I raise them for pets and breeding, but now I have a full meat operation.
Do you have certain yaks that you love and they get to live?
People always go in on me like, you're killing your pets.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The ones I name and I'm rubbing on Instagram obviously are not being slaughtered for meat. So we're not taking Snowflake and Snowstorm to the butcher. So we have a whole meat herd, which you'll see when you come to the ranch.
I can't wait.
And they're just there for food.
Right.
We're in 6 restaurants now.
Wow.
It's unreal. We're in the busiest steakhouse in all of Wyoming called Fire Rock.
I love that. Maybe we'll have to go eat there.
Oh yeah, or we'll cook them at the house, whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want to
Yak
do.
steaks. So then, of course, I opened up my new store.
Right.
The Jeffree Star store.
We're going to go visit that tomorrow,
Makeup and meat.
Okay, so let's, before we get to the store, you quit YouTube.
Yes.
You fucking left LA.
After almost...
Now we're getting back on track. Here we go.
9 years on YouTube. Billions of views.
Did you just have enough?
It ran its course, and then the drama from all my old friends, they ruined YouTube. It's their fault.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah.
So the last final hurrah was 2 ex-friends uploaded a video full of lies about me, and it literally ruined the internet. It was at a point where people did not want drama anymore. It's on CNN, 50 million views, and they're all trying to flip on me because I just keep climbing and climbing.
Right.
So we all and then YouTube itself kind of broke. The beauty industry of YouTube was dead.
Right.
We're all getting 30 million views. No one cares anymore.
Right.
And it's a new...
It's true. It's true. I mean, I've seen people get millions of views on YouTube and they're not pulling those types of views anymore. So did he lie? Can we all agree? YouTube's not pulling in the views. Here we go. You guys, thanks for all the comments and the hearts and the shares. Thank you. Appreciate that and all the gifts.
The monetization on it has changed even.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is all my old videos are still there.
Yeah.
I get a check every month from Google.
Yeah.
It's like residuals on music.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Google
So will I ever upload again? I don't know, maybe. I've been asked when I launch big makeup collections to go back and swatch them in a 30-minute video versus this quick TikTok, like, how do you promote a collection with 10 new items with a quick little 30-second? So you never know.
I think if anybody can figure anything out, it's you.
Absolutely.
If you can make anything your bitch,
but I was burnt out.
Yeah, you were tired of it.
We're on 20 years of social media.
Yeah. You just needed a break. Your soul was tired.
And then I discovered TikTok in a good way.
When you quit YouTube, was that when you moved from LA to Wyoming? Was it?
I had already lived in Wyoming.
Oh, so you had already moved and you were already getting ready to just... You were going through a change.
Yes, a big one.
Yeah.
And it was necessary.
Did you leave LA just because of the humans that are there? Because I tell everybody, like when Leo Skeppy came on the podcast, I was like, Leo, don't go to fucking LA. It's not the same as it used to be. It lost its sparkle.
Oh.
It's lost its magic. It's really not what
it know what? It feels like LA's become a lot more
and then it was just getting
corporations.
So dark and toxic and just so many weird things are happening behind the scenes. And a lot of people did not want me around anymore because of this moment of like, when all the YouTube drama happened, I was going to expose a lot of people. And this is a tricky conversation. Let me word this the right way. I got cocky and thought that I could expose someone else's trauma and story to X out someone else. That person did not want me to. Therefore, this person is still free.
Wow.
And that was very hard to deal with.
Right. Yeah.
But it was also selfishly wanting to let everyone know this person's shit.
Right.
And it's like I had to learn through my journey of healing and through therapy that was not appropriate. Which
I think that, you know what, like I think when that happened, it could have been easily been like, we see it, we all see it, but don't be the one to push it, because it's gonna push itself, you know? It's like you give someone enough rope, they're gonna hang themselves. Like okay, we see it, we don't gotta call it out, we don't have to stir the pot, because just wait and watch. And it ended up happening, but you know what I'm trying to say? Okay, here we go.
I never did it, obviously.
Right.
But those thoughts were haunting me.
But your intention behind it was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because so many
it's not
people
like you were trying to hurt
were
somebody.
supporting someone who is so awful.
Right. It's that misunderstood thing again. Yeah.
Yes. So the internet, as the roller coaster of my career has been, they wanted me to be the villain, I guess, that year.
Everybody needs a villain.
And it was crazy. So this person begged and pleaded me not to share what they had told me. I obviously respected it and never did.
That shows that you're a good human. You know, you didn't do it.
And to see this person still out there, they're not thriving like they used to be at all. It's just interesting. But the industry does have demonic.
It's true. They can't get a view to save their life. It's not they're not thriving as much as they were.
Snakes.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll have to tell me who it is later, so I can steer clear of that human.
Oh, his name is James Charles.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Really? Damn it! Do we need to believe that?
No.
No.
James, you know he's the biggest piece of shit in the beauty industry.
Wow,
and
really?
he allegedly has done a lot of horrible things. He admitted to talking to minors. He is a fucking piece of shit.
So that is true. I always stay out of
The chat's going crazy. You guys are shook by that statement. Wow. Yep. Oh, his name is James Charles. Y'all. Whoa.
the drama.
He did a video not allegedly, admitting to sexting minors.
So I never knew this. Hey, we had a situation where he used one of my makeup artist's hacks and didn't tag her. So I just, on my backup account, I have a backup TikTok account. I was just like, hey, James, we love you, we respect you, but, give credit where credit's due.
He wants to be the one that...
He did, though.
Oh, okay.
I was very surprised. Right. But...
You guys, it's getting hot. The interview is getting hot. Share it out. Share it live. It's getting hot. Okay.
What's crazy is everybody in the comments started telling me about the pedophile stuff, and I was like, God, I didn't know. I stay out of it. But
one of the most vile human beings on this planet.
Lord.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well,
honestly, and I have never really talked or addressed these things, but he is a literal monster.
Wow.
And the fact that he's out there and somehow has a beauty product, I guess, that just came out, and A-list celebrities are promoting this alleged child fuck. Yes, Kim Kardashian, we're talking to you.
Oh!
You're using his makeup, but you didn't care about Balenciaga putting child ads anyway, so two peas go into a pod, I guess.
Right.
People aren't ready for the truth. Everyone wants to keep their mouths shut, and they keep... Why?
Right.
If someone is bad, let people know.
Yeah, no,
I agree. You have A-list celebrities literally using this shit.
It's
all demonic and really dark, and all those people, they stick together.
Has he ever been charged?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's probably
Will we see it
hold
in
on.
the future? Yes, I'm sure.
Legally, I have to disclose Jeffree Star in this podcast is talking about James Charles. But legally, James Charles has never been charged. He's admitted to it in a video, and this is confirmed by People Magazine and the Cosmopolitan article that came out. I can source at least 2 sources at the top of my head to back up what I'm saying. Legally, James Charles has never been charged of the accusations. He's admitted to them, but never charged. In fact, I spoken to one of the victims that lives here in my city, and he was like, yeah, we wanted to make a video about him, but legal got involved, and we're scared, and we just want to move on. We don't want to be known as that guy that James Charles hit on. I was like, okay, well, thank you for that. And that was it. And that was a face-to-face conversation in the flesh, standing right in front of me, conversation with someone. All right, here we go.
Well, also the Illuminati, though, not to keep bringing that up, but don't they use people like James Charles to bleed into other areas, because they can easily access minors?
The children.
Right, yeah.
He is a big problem.
Wow.
And I don't speak on him, but they tried to ruin...
You know what? If you look at this podcast right from because they start from the very beginning and to where we're at right now, okay? If you look if you take a step back, right, and let's say you remove yourself and you look back, right, you see Jeffree Star's had this amazing career, crazy, out of this world, and mother effers won't even achieve half the ish that Jeffree Star has done. All right, does that make sense? Can we agree on that? Leave a 1 in the chat if you agree. And to see James Charles like do stuff and Jeffree just gets so annoyed by it, like I almost want to say like, man, look, listen, he's gonna fall in his own hole. He's gonna get himself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get so worked up. He's gonna F himself. You know, like if you really look at this beautiful world you've created, you're still better than James Charles. Does that make sense? Like, or am I wrong for saying that? It's like, don't let this person get under your skin. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, you know, don't let him get under your skin. It's not, he's like such a small orbit around Jeffree Star's life, you know? So it's such a small thing. All right, here we go.
My career because of all the information I had.
Wow. It's really brave of you.
So I moved away. I stood up to all of them, said, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I left that little LA county, and they're so controlled mentally by it. It's really sad. So.
And you're free.
Yes.
You're literally
but
free.
it's shocking, honestly. It really is. And I never speak about this. People ask me about this shit all the time.
Yeah.
I don't dwell. I don't really think about them. But when you start, you know, you're interviewing me. We're talking about the literal past.
No, I appreciate the honesty.
And it's like, I'm always going to keep it real.
Need to know. It's not fair where you could be saving another child, you know? Like
that part.
Yeah.
But they don't take, people are not taking it as serious anymore. Or like new people discover someone and they're like, whatever.
Well, hopefully they will after hearing speak on it, because somebody such as yourself who's been in the industry for so long, who has street cred, literally, you know, to be able to stand up to somebody as powerful as him, because he is a powerful dude.
Yeah.
And say that, you know, maybe people will start listening now.
It's scary. Oh, it makes me sick just like thinking about his name.
And at least, okay, I know people are gonna be like, oh, I can't believe Jeffree Star's bringing it up. At least he's speaking up about it, because a lot of people aren't. So he's pushing this, and ever since Jeffree Star said this, because this clip got leaked out, ever since Jeffree Star said that, a lot of people are unfollowing James, calling James out, and things of that nature. So it's a push in the right direction. At least someone is speaking out, right?
Sorry,
no,
I had no idea.
It was just it was 10 times what Trisha did to me is what he did.
I feel like that whole group is just a cesspool of just...
But I've learned that it's not, I don't need to expose anyone.
Right.
I don't need to do any of that. It's all going to play out how it's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. It always comes to light. What's done in the dark always comes to light.
And he is pure evil. Let me just leave it at that.
Moving on to more beautiful things. Casper, we're going to go see this ranch.
The beauty drama exploded. I don't know Wyoming's coming, but I'm just so over living here.
Yeah.
And I also had an ego death.
I love that you know when to tap
ego
out.
death, wow.
A lot of people don't know when to do that.
And you know about ego deaths?
Yeah, Haley just had one on the PJ last night. She took a
Really?
She took a fucking edible and thought she died. She was looking at
No, but I'm talking about like when your real ego diminishes.
Oh yeah, no, I went through a really bad domestic violence relationship where I almost died a couple times.
Horrible.
That will humble you and literally make you take the shell of the human that you were off and become a different human. Yes, for sure.
I'm playing this in my book. Like December 19, I'm single for the first time in 5 years. I move into one of the biggest houses in LA. One of the biggest mansions in Hidden Hills.
Yeah, it was a big motherfucker. I remember seeing it online.
Single, 25,000 square feet.
Pandemic. It's gonna be lonely.
Pandemic starts. We had so much fun. We filmed so much content. But I had a realization sitting in this massive home, surrounded by all these things, that it didn't make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Material shit doesn't make you happy.
No. But I didn't know that because I didn't have time to really think until...
You were working towards the goal.
Yes. So I don't know I want to leave California permanently. I just know I want to be away. I want to be in quiet. I want to actually go heal and not pretend and talk about it like all my ex-friends. And I've been to Wyoming so many times. I've been on tour for years. Yeah. We passed through here. Oh my God, it's done. So I'm looking around. Jackson Hole is very famous. Mm-hmm. A lot of celebrities live there. Big mansions, no land. I'm like, fuck this. This is literally like going to LA.
Yeah.
We discover Casper. It's a small town, 60,000 people, a hardworking town. People are nice.
Country boys everywhere.
It's a total flip from going from like Hollywood or Los Angeles or Calabasas or Hidden Hills to Casper. It really is a culture shock.
Yeah, oil field workers, farmers.
There are some really hot fucking
Like people actually like get up, clock in, manual labor, move, do stuff.
Oil field workers. I say it on TikTok. I'm like, damn.
Hot UPS workers.
Dude.
So we fly there a few times. We love it. Everyone's really nice. Instead of like LA, well, what do you do for a living? You know how they look you up and down. How can I use you? It's, how are you?
Yeah.
I was like,
and they genuinely want to hear you say.
Y'all really want to know how I'm doing?
Yeah.
I had to train myself to like.
That's how it was when I moved to Nashville.
The guard had to come down a little.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it.
Yep.
I find a property that has a bunch of land for sale around it. End of the road. No neighbors really. Silence. Don't know I'm going to become a farmer and own one yak.
Farmer Jeff.
Farmer Jeff's in the building. And all of a sudden I have all this land and I'm like, oh, okay. I had seen yaks on tour in Switzerland. 2010.
Aww.
We're in Geneva. We're going through in the little tour bus. Yaks on the hillside.
Could you have ever imagined in 2010 that you would own a fucking yak farm? Just
Insane.
that chance encounter with them.
I Google, are they legal? It's a fucking bovine cow. I don't know this though.
Yeah.
I Google it. There's even a yak farm in fucking town.
Yeah.
I buy my first 3.
Oh.
You know I can't leave it alone. It just happen to be my pets.
Right.
Now we're...
I'm surprised they're not in the house with you.
Right. Sometimes they are. In
Really?
the kitchen, yeah.
Oh my god,
The little ones that are
hilarious.
trained, they'll come in and out. They're really cute. The dogs love them.
I'm gonna cry.
They're
like
really
that is,
cool.
I need that. I'm gonna go tell my husband right now we need land.
And there are yaks in Tennessee, even though it's humid there in the summer, and I don't really recommend it. My friend does have a yak ranch out there.
My husband,
You guys, so now we're talking about the ranch life. What do you think about that, about the podcast so far? I feel like it's been very thorough, and they did get sidetracked because I'm like, you're missing like 4 years, and they would go back to it and then jump forward again. I love it so far. Like I'm really tuned in. I'm engaged in a world where I'm like 15-second no attention span. Like, hello, sweetie. I'm tuned in. I'm eating it up. Like this is whoa, wow. And Jeffree Star, I feel like is extremely articulate in the podcast.
I told him last night about your land in Casper, and he was like, dude, let's look for some land. I was like, I'll ask him if he knows anybody that's selling stuff. We're ready. We're trying to get a farm. Yeah, no.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah. So what does
now we're here.
What does Jeffree do next?
Okay, so now it seems
just kick up.
it seems like now she's bringing it down, and she's like, what do you do next? What's in store for you? Where do you go from here? It seems like this is where we're at right now. All right, here we go.
Your feet and just fucking relax. Like, does the little boy in you?
Yeah.
Is he ever gonna be proud?
I'm really proud.
Good.
I am. Running year 9 of the brand. 2 years into skincare. I'm raising Tibetan yaks and camels.
I mean, come on.
And the farm life is so fulfilling. So last year, for 6 months, I didn't travel, except twice to photo shoots. Everyone came to me. Jay saw snow for the first time. We did a photo shoot in 10-degree weather.
I love your team, by the way.
Are they great?
His team is here, and they're just amazing.
And we're in the snow, 10 inches of snow, shooting the Wyoming winter campaign. Like, we've done so many cool things. So I didn't travel for 6 months. I got to really become a rancher.
Yeah.
And it's me and a few guys. We do it all ourselves.
You get out there.
All the time.
And just bust
I
ass.
love it.
Oh, I love it.
It's like my big pet project. I'm obsessed with it.
I love this for you.
So now we're just growing it. More restaurants. So we just opened up the store.
Right.
Which Yellow performed at. Iconic.
Yeah. Meat and makeup. Like, what a
Makeup and meat.
crazy concept.
Isn't it cool? And a lot of people
does it work?
Oh, baby.
Yeah?
I'm going to call my store one of the busiest retail stores in Wyoming history.
Wow.
And September...
And you're there working it. I see you online.
Like,
just working.
They're seeing it like, they're making it seem like this is it. Like, this is, like, I feel like this is just the beginning. I think this is just the beginning of Jeffree Star, my opinion. That's what I think. This is just the beginning of it. Not the end. Because they're like, where do you go from here? There's so much more. There's so much more life. I mean, I'm not trying to be shady, but there's so much more life to live. You know, there's so much more things to do. So that's what I'm trying to say.
September 14th, 2-month anniversary.
Aww.
It's a zoo every day, a line out the door. And then I started to like make up a funny concept. Celebrity works the register. It's my own store. I'm very hands-on with everything I do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live and I'm going to just help the customers out and like ring them up. Let's just see how it goes. I'm on a 6-hour stream. It's crazy.
Insane.
And me and TikTok are good friends now. We've just worked on a really big deal together.
Yeah, can we...
Oh, you see that? Because this is something a lot of people don't know about. Now that Jeffree Star and TikTok are working together... Yeah, we love Jeffree Star Cashier. I loved it. Now that Jeffree Star and TikTok are working together, this is great because he's literally trending a lot on TikTok. #1 on the ranks a lot. So I'm interested to see what's in store.
Talk
We're
about
working on it. I'm gonna do some announcements soon.
Good.
But they are very happy that I joined.
Duh.
One of the highest viewed streamers ever, which
Absolutely.
is crazy.
One of the highest viewed streamers. Whoa. You guys, that's what I'm doing right now. That's a dream to be a streamer. That's so many people's dreams. Jeffree Star just does it passively and is great at it and excelled at it. You know how many people are sitting up on TikTok for like 8 hours a day and only get like 3 roses, 2-3 viewers? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm being dramatic, but like to make it a career, not that he's trying to, but like, you know what I'm saying? To be able to live off TikTok lives, I mean, that is incredible. When you got people out there, you know, really working hard, busting their ASS, you really got to have like a great personality to be able to do lives. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for all the gifts. I appreciate that, for keeping the stream alive. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, share it out. It helps me out a lot. And also if you're on TikTok watching, you can click the gold star down here and subscribe. Helps keep the stream alive, or anything helps. Thank you so much. All right, let's, there's a lot more. Here we go.
It's not crazy.
And you guys seen the battles, right? And you've seen people go live, how you can send the gifts.
The fucking Island Boy is always on
so
there.
that
I can't stand that dude. He's a piece of shit also.
They try to battle me and I'm like, no.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know that.
Just not great.
So it's all very addicting and it's very fun, and we're working on some big Jeffree Star moments.
Yay.
Okay.
Which is so cool to be, and I'm the OG of social media.
That's what I was gonna say.
For the newest, hottest platform, many years later, to be like, yes, sir.
You reinvent yourself. You're like the Madonna of social media.
The Madonna of social media? Jeffree Star? Let's go.
Literally, you are. You literally
absolutely
reinvent yourself, and you always know how to stay, you know, abreast of everything.
Madonna,
he's relevant.
Always relevant, baby.
It's wild.
I love that for you, and I love that this journey that you're on. I love this Jeffree right here.
Thank
you seem so
I'm
at
actually
peace.
proud of myself, so it's so cool that you said that, because I never really talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful. I'm very humble, and I wake up every day like it's my last, and I just go hard.
I love it.
I think if I'm given this opportunity, I can't be lazy one day out of my life.
No.
Exactly.
So do you ever think you're going to be able to rest?
Can you guys hear that? If I'm giving this amazing opportunity, I can't be lazy. Not one day of my life. Bro, why did that speak to my soul? Hold on.
Myself, so it's so cool that you said that.
Stay, you know, abreast of everything.
Right here.
And just...
He's relevant.
Always relevant, baby.
It's wild.
I love that for you, and I love that this journey that you're on. I love this Jeffree right here. You seem so at peace.
I'm actually proud of myself, so it's
Here we
so
go.
cool that
Here
you
we go.
said that, because I never really talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful. I'm very humbled, and I wake up every day like it's my last, and I just go hard.
I love it.
I think if I'm given this opportunity, I can't be lazy one day out of my life.
No.
Boom.
So do you ever think you're going to be able to rest?
Hold on. I gotta screenshot that, because that right there, I'm gonna tweet that out later. Let me see. Yep.
Currently, no.
You're a restless spirit like me.
I'm gonna tweet that out right there. You guys hear that?
And I wake up every day like it's my last, and I just go hard.
I love it.
I think if I'm given this opportunity, I can't be lazy one day out of my life.
No. So do you ever think you're going to be able to rest?
Currently, no.
You're a restless spirit like me. It's like I always have, no matter.
I'm a workaholic, so this is why I relate so much, because like you know what I'm saying, like back in the day people used to build freaking pyramids and statues of themselves to be remembered. And then in today's time, you have like content you can create, videos you can create, products that you can create, merch, like there's so much. So when you do pass, you're still always here. And there's so many brands out there, like there's so many brands that still live and breathe, and the names are said, that person is no longer here. Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior. I mean, I'm just off the top of my head, you know? If Jeffree Star passed away for whatever reason, God rest his soul, I mean, the makeup's still gonna go on. The merch still gonna go on. The music's still there. You're always gonna remember. Like, his legacy just lives on. The legacy just keeps going and going and going. Does that make sense? Here we go.
How proud of myself I am.
And it's so rare to see people who are successful, making freaking money, thriving, and are still alive, like brands, Michael Kors, Marc Jacobs, things like that. Hopefully you can pick up what I'm putting down. But then for the most part, a lot of brands, the person's not even around anymore.
Like, okay, what can I do next? Like, I have to stay busy.
Yes.
No, I get that. I totally understand that.
And there's so many more dicks to conquer. Isn't that nice?
Isn't that
Find Finally, someone had me on their podcast, and it wasn't about my deep throat. It wasn't about guys and all the apps.
And she's like, bro, literally, they depicted the freaking highs and the lows of this man's life, right? To the glorious top of the top. I mean, Rolls Royces, mansions, to living on a farm in Wyoming. So what's next, Jeffree? Oh, there's so much dicks left to conquer. Bro, I fucking live.
We've already done it all, especially from our past.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's fun off camera. Maybe I'll show her a picture.
Yeah, no, I would like that.
Maybe I'll show her a few A-listers.
We can compare notes.
Yeah,
for sure. But I just feel like there's so much more.
Thank you. Like, and that is fun.
You're a fucking mogul, dude.
Thank you.
Like, you can pick any dick in the world and suck it. You know?
Isn't that what everyone wants? Bro, this podcast is lit.
You have the choice.
Does the audience know that we've maybe slept with one or two of the same people?
Well, no, but they do now. I never discuss about who I sleep with. So Jeffree, except for the one time when MJ came on my podcast.
Yes, and so the reason, not the reason, but it accelerated our friendship. Is I wake up one day, it accelerated it, bitch. I wake up one day and I'm on TikTok and I'm just starting my journey. And I'm like, why am I getting tagged in this thing about fucking sucking dick? And I'm like, typical. And then it's you and your friend, and it was just hilarious.
Yeah. So MJ Fresh came on the podcast, and I get a fucking FaceTime. I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, this is a Wyoming number. Do you think it's Jeffree? And she's like, no, answer it. And I'm like, no, I'm not answering it because I don't know who it is. You know, calls 3 more times, and I'm like, I'm the only Wyoming number she should have in that phone. Code for the whole state. Literally.
Shout out to 307.
So I text it and I'm like, you called? And he's like, bitch, this is your new bestie, Jeffree. And I was like, holy shit. And he's like, so I heard that I'm sucking dick. Long story short, Jeffree actually sucked one of my ex's dicks and hooked up with MJ Fresh's ex. So that's how it had gotten brought up. And we were just like, shout out Jeffree. What if he's a playa? You know?
So can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
How did she or you know?
So
he's like, wait. Who's kissing and telling? How'd you find out?
So my ex told me. Yeah, I'm very
From
open.
Vegas?
Yeah. He was like, Jeffree sucked my dick one night. And I was like, how was it? He was fucking built like he's got a little baby.
Oh my god, I'm deceased.
Yes. So he told me.
Very long.
Yeah, yes. So he told me, and I was like, dude, how was it? He was like, it was the best.
So I have a photographic memory.
Yeah.
Last name.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep,
absolutely. That's crazy that you know that. She said the tall one, the blonde, tall blonde. Yeah. So when he told,
I'm deceased.
When he told
well, shout out to him for telling you.
And he said it was the best head he's ever gotten. And I was like, fucking amazing. I need some lessons, obviously.
Why do you think I flew in to do this?
Yeah. I love it. I do have a question for you, though, about one hookup.
He can fix it on camera. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Oh my god, can I have a sip? Can we share?
Of course.
I'm clean.
No, you're fine.
The guy's flying out.
I'm clean.
24-hour testing with the results to my email.
Yeah. Do you meet people?
Not that many people. I sound like I fuck every day.
No.
Have I met some people? Yeah, it's every other day.
You have to be guarded. Have you guys ever hooked up? No?
But he's seen... Go ahead, tell him. Oh, so besides... Can I say this or no? So besides doing wigs, Jay also does porn on the side.
Nice.
He's a star.
I did not know that.
I love that.
Come, Kevin, come on.
I love that.
Because I'm like, where can I go in? Because I started to get more famous as the makeup brands pop in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to go to this men's free clinic anymore. People are going to think, oh, he has something, so he's getting just
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, no, I just want to make sure I'm safe and clean, bitch.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, Jay, I don't want to go to this place anymore. People are going to like take it, because you're in the lobby, someone goes like this.
Yeah.
Girl.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
and
Lord.
Then
Bro, this is the realest conversation. Bro, when he was like, there's so many more dicks to conquer. Well, he was like, I go to this clinic to get tested, I want to make sure I'm clean, fuck bitch. But I'm getting more and more famous, and I want people to see why he's always here. Why is he always here? Hold on, I hear it again.
He's gonna make up the craziest shit.
Yeah.
Here we go. I gotta hear it again. That was hilarious.
Because I'm like, where can I go in? Because I started to get more famous as the makeup brands pop in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to go to this men's free clinic anymore. People are gonna think, oh, he has something, so he's gonna make up the craziest shit.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
they're like, no, I just want to make sure I'm safe and clean, bitch.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, Jay, I don't want to go to this place anymore. People are
Damn, Jay, I don't want to go to this place anymore.
gonna like take a, because you're in the lobby, someone goes like this.
Yeah.
Girl.
Oh no.
Oh my
And
Lord,
then
thank
you can have the rest of it. You're fine.
Thank you. So
They literally, people will say something and it's like word is bond. Like they don't have to have
Yes.
any proof. It just spreads like wildfire. Fucking does that shit to me
Yes.
every day. I'm
so Jay
always.
hooked me up, and
Yeah.
But I have been on the jet. Like I've just like right now.
So are you guys like BFFs?
Yeah, like obviously people can turn that into something. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm in a very, very strong clique. We've all been friends for years.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey.
I love that.
Thank you, Kevin.
Of course. Well, look, I don't go any. These two are my shadow.
That's it.
So there's a guy talking in the background, but it's like mumbling. I can't make out what he's saying at this part.
And Mimi, like when you find your squad that you trust.
Baby. We've had other employees, like people have tried to fight us. They've ran, and I'm literally
I
like,
wouldn't try to fight you guys.
looking like this, and I'm like, I have his back always.
I want to
The
see
fuck?
Jeffree mad running in full glam.
Swinging.
I would pay for that.
Swinging, baby. So I'm like, okay, I wanted to take a photo, but Jeffree was having a sex show. And people have sometimes no boundaries, no respect.
At all.
But see this is a recurring issue. It's like you see people and you're like, oh, can I take a picture with you? It's like it's okay to say no. No, you can't have a picture with me. Like, I'm not obligated to take a picture with you, right? I'm a person. I'm a human. Like, I don't have to take a picture. Why? So you can post on your Facebook and get 5 likes? You don't have to. You can if you want. Yeah, sure, we can take a pic. Thanks for asking. Thanks for treating me like a human and asking. Okay. But don't take a picture because you want to take a picture and you don't even know who that person is. Just you see other people wanting pictures. Like, that's just so fake. But I'm not trying to be shady because it can be turned against me and say, oh, well, you don't want to take pictures with the people who've helped you to get to where you are and those people who afford you your Birkin bags and houses and cars. Okay, I get that gig too. But at the same time, you're allowed to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to take a picture right now. And I've had that instance before where people wanted to take a picture with Rich Lux, and my team said, hey, Rich would more than love to take a picture with you, but he's not in character right now. He doesn't have any makeup on. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you want to take a picture with this. You don't want to take a picture without the makeup. Who the hell is that? No one's gonna know who that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I want to meet Jeffree Star and take a picture with him, I want a Jeffree Star pink wig, done up, bum on, let's go. That's the picture you want. But the one, you get what I'm trying to say? Anyway, so I always tell people when I meet them out and about, I'm like, hey, look, I would much prefer if we take the picture when I have some makeup on. But I don't right now. Maybe next time. Okay, I understand. But you don't owe it to anybody. Anyways, I digress. Here we go.
I don't tolerate my disrespect.
Yeah.
But God forbid a public figure or somebody acts on their feelings and get bashed for it, right? Because the other
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's always two sides. I haven't had a drink thrown on me. I'm talking the marijuana setting. I'm talking 10 years. We're in Casper, Wyoming. She can't get her photo right now. She throws a Red Bull can. It splashes my shoulder and it gets on him. Game over. Let's just say game over. Oh.
It's a wrap.
I don't understand how people feel so entitled to somebody's time and body.
Yes.
It's just crazy.
But I'm also so nice. I love taking pictures. Look how fucking sickening I look. I want to take a photo with you. I don't want to hide in the dark.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just having people don't care.
Yeah.
People also try to think that they can get away with attacking guys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Baby, I don't care who it is.
If you don't start none, won't be none.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
But we're not about the disrespect. But most people are obviously really great. They are.
No, and we do this because of you guys. Like without you guys, there is no us. So, all right. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. We're gonna end this on the hot seat. Dude, we've been talking for an hour and a half.
Here we go. Absolutely.
And I've always felt drawn to you. And I watched those 3 podcasts because I really have not kept up with you. And when I got done watching them, I told my girls, I was like, he is me. Literally, like we're like the same type of human.
And isn't it funny? So she has watched me do a few podcasts and then been on them.
Oh.
Don't you find it weird sometimes how people act on camera with me versus with other people?
Yeah. I brought that up to you before the show. I was like, maybe they're not straight, but we're not going to say names on.
Can I get it?
Yes, exactly. All right, so this is
Here we
called
go.
the hot seat. I'm going to ask you a couple, probably like 6 questions.
I'm ovulating.
You have to answer them as fast as you can, okay? All right, marry, fuck, kill. Kanye West.
Okay, marry, fuck, kill. Let's go.
Yep, Kanye West. Jelly Roll. Drake.
Oh, this fucking bitch.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I know. Listen.
Listen, inquiring minds want to know. I feel like Drake swings the other way.
So we're gonna marry Drake, fuck Jelly Roll, and behead Kanye West with a guillotine.
There you go. Okay. You guys, I'm gonna leave the rest of it. If you want to find out those questions, if you want to re-listen to the podcast, it's on Apple. Right, it's on Apple right now. Jeffree Star, the Internet OG, the Dumb Blonde podcast, the audio version. If you want to see it, you have to go to her Patreon and subscribe to the Patreon. My reaction video to the podcast will be up later today, so stay tuned for that. Follow me on YouTube. And let me just end the live. I hope you guys liked that video. Let me know what you think about it. You can find me on Instagram, X, TikTok, all that. Send me a message. Let me know what you think about it. I actually do reply back sometimes, not all the time, but anyways, I appreciate if you share the live, share the video, leave a comment, give it a like, and I'll see you guys later.